go through the stream, playing games, living the dream. Level up and take the lead. Together we've got all we need. Lights are flashing, screens aglow. Twitch is calling, here we go. Sarai is heading live real soon. Chat's electric, feel the tune. Set the scene with joy and love. Emotes flying from above. Every gamer gather round. Saraya's voice, the sweetest sound. In a world of pixels bright, streaming dreams take off tonight. Saraya's magic fills the air. Join the hype if you dare. Laughter echoing through the stream, playing games, living the dream. Level up and take the lead. Together we've got all we need. Gifted subs and things to share. Every follower a star. Memory lanes and epic scenes. Saraya rules this world of screens. Count the minutes, count the hours. In this space where times are power. Moments shared and moments bold. Watch the story now unfold. Set the scene with joy and love. Emotes flying from above. Every gamer gather round. Saraya's voice, the sweetest sound. In a world of pixels bright, streaming dreams take off tonight. Saraya's magic fills the air. Join the hype if you dare. In a world of pixels bright, streaming dreams take off tonight. Saraya's magic fills the air. Join the hype if you dare. Join the hype if you dare. Laughter up, go through the stream, playing games, living the dream. Level up and take the lead. Together we've got all we need. Lights are flashing, screens aglow. Twitch is calling, here we go. Sarai is heading live real soon. Chat's electric, feel the tune. Set the scene with joy and love. Emotes flying from above. Every gamer gather round. Saraya's voice, the sweetest sound. In a world of pixels bright, streaming dreams take off tonight. Saraya's magic fills the air. Join the hype if you dare.
I feel like it's an idea we should
I'm
make a
live
move like
now.
this too, just for the fun of it, outside of a jam.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hello. I don't know who's in my chat, but usually when I go into software and game dev chat, there are certain people who like to show up. So if you are not usually around for the Madhouse crew, we are doing. Sorry, this is going to be the fourth intro some of you have listened to today, but we are doing a pre-jam jam practice sesh. So basically, we're going to spend the next week or so practicing how we work as a game jam team for the actual game jam. We want to do Bracky's game jam, which will be really cool, which is also a week-long jam. Yeah. But we have never worked together on a game jam before. I have done some game jams before. Everybody else is going to be doing it for the first time. And yeah. So it's a pre-jam jam.
The early jam.
It's a pre-jam jam. Yeah.
Pre-jam jam.
The pre-jam
jam. I forgot to say before, how I usually work is I'm given a list of tasks and I just go off on my own, do them.
Okay.
If it needs me to like pull me aside or like if you want like feedback of like the progress of something, then you just call me out. It's like, hey, can I see where you're up to? Stuff like that.
Yep.
That's usually how I work. Where
I
it's
think
group,
Smipple has
but also it's solo at the same time. If that makes any sense.
Smipple has chosen our theme for us.
Is it pancake themed?
Do we have a?
I'm pretty sure everything is pancake themed at this point.
So it's going to be My Pancake City. I'm going to just rename the document.
Yeah.
That means we need to make smoother shapes than. Oh, yeah,
okay, so Pancake, you have been elevated, you have been promoted, and your role is now Pancake Quality Assurance. So you're going to need to make sure everything is up to Pancake standard.
Yes.
Yeah, when you lose the game, the Emperor Pancake didn't like that. It's just like the text box or something. Pancake.
I figured out why you were so low. I have to turn you down in Discord now. Oh, because my speakers were turned down, and I didn't realize that my speakers were turned down.
Are you under the bus?
My meter, and I'm like, why is everybody peaking at this point? And I'm like, oh, yeah, my speakers were too low.
Okay, so what we have so far, I don't know if everyone has the doco open. Pancake, I did send you the document.
I do have it open, yes.
Is there a pigeon at my window?
Already been invited. Okay, that should be good.
I would show it, but how everything in my OBS is set up, I've got my one sub set thing, my sub scene that's game, and I have to go into that every time to change the menu, so I just don't bother when it's multiple things, if I can avoid it.
Did I miss a thing?
I used to use the hotkey, and then the hotkey just stopped working.
Do you want me to send you the link? I'll send you the link.
Yeah.
I'll send you the link now in Let's Play, where the heck did Discord go? It's my favorite game to play of all time. There you are. Let me know if that didn't work. While Pancake opens the... What? What happened?
Sorry, has a new profile pic.
I do.
Yes, sorry.
Yes, I'm sorry to upset everybody by changing my profile picture on Discord. I am aware it is very upsetting and a traumatizing time for you all, but I assure you will get through this.
It was kind of traumatizing, but you chose Rainbow Dash, so I was less traumatized.
It's still blue with wings. Like, I didn't stray too far from the formula. It's still blue with wings, so you can all chill out.
Was that your inspiration for your avatar there? Be honest.
A little bit. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe. It was a little bit. Maybe it was just a teeny.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess then out of. I'm gonna guess out of Friendship is Magic, your favorite was Rainbow Dash.
Not necessarily. I like all of them, but Rainbow Dash is in my top 3. Yeah. I want to say it changes depending on the day.
Okay.
I really like Rarity too, but in terms of aesthetic, I like Rainbow Dash's aesthetic. Rarity's
I don't know why.
Ability and Piggy Pie's just fun personality.
Yeah. Okay. Looking back, Rarity's really cool, but I don't know why when I was younger. And I don't know why.
Sorry, when you were younger, it cut out.
when I was younger, I never liked Rare, but I have no
Aw.
idea why.
Oh,
I didn't have a reason.
I mean, to be fair, I never
liked
got
Fluttershy.
into.
that's fair because I
like-
think. Let me just do a check. MLP.
I liked
What's it?
Fluttershy
4th
and
gen
Twilight.
release date. Stupid. 2010. We were a little bit beyond
Yeah.
that age
We were
bracket.
a little bit beyond.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were. I
Tiny bit.
don't care. It was still really good.
Just a little bit. just a
I
little bit.
don't
Not-
care.
2010.
I mean,
Oh,
what's
gosh,
that?
that
Was
You know what?
15 years
Equestria
ago?
Girls.
Oh my god.
That's
Yeah.
like
Gosh.
90%.
Oh, I just made
15
myself
years
feel
ago?
old again. What?
Why would you
Yeah.
tell me this? Why would you share this information with class?
I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Have you brought enough to share with the class?
I have not enough to share with the class, as it turns out. I am too old. Okay. Do we want to run
How
through
old
what
were
we've
you
got in
15 years ago?
Sorry?
So how old were you 15 years ago?
I am not giving up that information. Not that easily. You can't get me that easily.
I will get, guys. I will get her eventually.
No,
I
you
will.
will not. You
It
will
will
not.
happen. There will be an age
unctuous
reveal at some point.
angel demon person. You will never know. I have no age as far
I
as you're
mean,
concerned.
It has to be. It has to be between 14 point something. It has to be between the start of the universe and now. So there's a
Well,
14
unless
billion
I'm a
something
time traveler,
year
I could
gap.
have been born in the future. So
I told you, Saria's the next Doctor. Doctor
Okay,
Saria.
I didn't realize. I didn't realize how close Equestria Girls and Friendship.
wasn't it
Equestria Girls was
concurrent?
This is gonna go well.
I thought Equestria Girls was like concurrent with the seasons as it went out, and that was like the alternate universe thing, special episodes that they did.
It was.
I don't really get much into the.
I know.
You get distracted
Equestria
way
Girls
too
wasn't.
easy. How is this gonna work?
I don't know. Equestria Girls was a movie and then a several season TV show.
Oh, okay, because I only knew about the movies. Anyways,
yeah.
Pancake City.
Pancake
Pancake
City.
City.
Pancake
Oh,
City. So,
Yeah.
let's run
What about my
through
Capital City?
the game design document, the GDD.
Yes, Smipple, I threw you under the bus because you were the only one talking. So you chose our theme for us.
Alrighty. So in our GDD we've got so far, which I have up on the screen. Hopefully everybody can read this, and if not,
Yeah,
Yes,
chat.
I
Can
can-
you
I can
guys
make it
see
big.
this, or
Can you see-
do I need to make it bigger for you guys?
needs Sim. I'm gonna say Simtown because it's probably closer to Simtown than anything else. Whatever. It doesn't matter what it's like. That's what we're going to do. Documents. Get out of here. Okay. Hopefully that's big enough for everybody now.
Pancake plus one. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Okay.
Okay. So
I mean, I don't know who's doing it on mobile, so if anybody's on mobile and they need me to increase the size of the dock, just let me know. I will.
Well, you
do
can switch
so.
to my stream. I've got it pretty large now. Okay, so it's a city builder with sort of some idle mechanics. Like for a certain portion of time, people are just gonna like sit and a game will run, and they'll just be like, "Oh, look at my little people," and they'll stroll around and look at their beautiful city. The mechanics. So there are 3 types of things people can place. Houses. In fact, houses is probably the first thing one will place. Houses will increase the population cap, plus the increases the money slightly on taxes or rates or whatever we want to call it. But it doesn't change the happiness of the town on its own. There is citizen happiness. Is a game mechanic.
Here we
Probably
go.
should put
Here's the
this in
document.
order.
Forgot I had
Wow.
a separate capture window.
There we go.
Uh,
The number of the population is determined by the happiness. So you've got the population cap, and that's increased by houses. But it'll say, oh, you've got this many out of this many, but the people won't come unless they're happy. So in order to make them happy, you have facilities that increase happiness, but they have maintenance costs. So placing businesses that generate income, that is like taxes, and I'm going to call that rates rather than taxes because that's actually rates, not taxes. But it can decrease happiness to varying degrees depending on what kind of businesses it is. So like a factory might make lots of money, but you might have less happy people versus somebody might be happy to work in a hardware store in an office more so than somewhere else, and that sort of thing. Or people hate working in fast food, whatever. Different happinesses, different income levels will balance it, that sort of thing. So you place
Who
businesses.
really likes working fast food?
No, anything
true.
hospitality, blah blah blah. Anyways, these are only examples. It is magic infrastructure. We're not doing electricity, water piping.
I mean, it's
roads.
Pancake Town. Of course, it's gonna be magical.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just
I
magic
feel like
magic
if it was a
infrastructure.
pancake town, if it was a pancake town, I enjoy working fast food and
I
hospitality.
mean, what part of the house do you work though, Smipple? Honestly, because working front of the house is horrible. Working back at a house is actually pretty decent. I don't mind working back
Yeah.
of the house.
Back of my
What's
house is
what's
just
the
stressful
side of the
and
house
fast-paced.
where you have to take the food? Is that side of the house?
That's still front of the house. That's still front of the house.
I like side of the
'Cause
house.
I think
calling it
my
side of
job.
the house
I
better,
used
but
to.
yeah.
So I used to work at Domino's a lot. Story time. I used to work at Domino's a while ago, and I wasn't. So there were the makers, the CSRs, and the drivers, right? So like the CSRs, that's the customer service reps. They were definitely front of house, and they would take orders and blah and stuff. And then you had the makers, they made the pizzas. Pretty straightforward, right? And then you had the drivers who like were driving, except when they weren't driving, they were just like cutting pizzas, maybe taking orders and maybe making pizzas. So like we were kind of like side of the house because we did a bit of everything. Like we just had to know how to do everything because if we weren't delivering, we had to be doing something.
Yeah, I mean, well, Domino's is an unfair
Example.
because
Yeah,
they
I know.
deliver.
Yeah. So
You
that's
still technically would be front of the house though.
even though I sometimes
And
make
see-
pizzas.
Yeah. It honestly, it just depended on where you were at the time.
So I just
like,
my role magically changed when I okay, that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah. Your role magically changes.
It's too big.
I liked back of the house more than I liked front of the house. When I did restaurant stuff.
I didn't mind being front of house, being driver and stuff. I got to use my own car and like listen to music while I drove. It was fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, Domino's and those type of places, they're a little unfair for, description, because yeah, you have to do everything. I mean, even if you work Burger King or McDonald's, you tend to learn everything. Just
Yeah.
depended on where you were
Yeah.
placed that day.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Have many stories about dumb servers. Aww.
Oh yeah. So do I. I actually happen to be one of those dumb servers at one point in time. Hey Teddy.
Hey! It's game
have you
design
recovered from last night?
time. Oh yeah, is everybody in the right
Yeah, I
category? It is software and game development. If it wasn't super obvious what category to be in.
Yes, I did.
Oh, I thought this was XXT again. Oh, never mind. Let me just change that.
Context. Did you say contexto?
No, you're not
no,
doing
Did somebody say
Contexto.
contexto?
Stay on track. Stay
No,
on
I
track.
did not.
Stay on track.
Order.
Good
I need to
meeting
get
on
that
morning.
All
little
good, Teddy.
audio.
All
clip
good.
Oh,
recording.
Teddy, we're also having a meeting, but it's a fun meeting.
Don't make him sad.
That's
I'm
exactly
sorry,
what I was
no.
gonna-
No, don't be sad. No sad here.
Let's play
We're
Contexto.
having a boring meeting.
But thank you for the
We'll
lurk.
break.
Take play for 24 hours.
Yes, thank you for the lurk. Take it.
Look.
Pancakes lurk cake. Thank you for the lurk. My brain is not braining today. It's just not.
I think I have the brain cell at the moment. I'm gonna be
I
honest.
think so.
I have all of the
Eating
brain
them
cells.
all of us at the moment.
Oh, hydrating
I think
Nesco.
Scarecrow's
I
teeth are
have-
Scarecrow's
have a
teeth are
shake?
floating. So
Okay. I'm just taking us
Scarecrow's
through the rest of the GDD anyway. So I have a biscuit.
we'll do that on my way to the restroom, Teddy.
How does teeth float? Wait, does the teeth goes up, but the mouth stays the same? So that means the teeth is higher than the than the natural height of the mouth. What? Hold on. This
Wait,
calls
where's
for
that
a
still going?
scientific-
I was gonna say what? Taste of vegetarian.
Had a
That one would be
server
stew without a beef
say
stew or
yes
beef stew.
to a vegetarian that wanted beef stew without the beef or meat, although they knew we pre-made the stew with the beef, so we couldn't take it out even if we wanted.
Yeah, that's pretty silly. Like, that's... Like, I would make a request, and I guess if the server, like, didn't know, it's like, I'm not sure, I'll check. You should always say, I don't know, I will check. That's all you need to do. You don't have to know everything or say yes or no, like to the customer. You can just say, because for me, I often request things without cheese or dairy or whatever. It's like, hey, quick question. Can I have the snitty? Not snitty. Can I have the palmy, but have no cheese on it? And they'll like look at me weird, but because I know you put the cheese on last, like they'll do it for me. But if they can't do it for me, they'll say, sorry, no, we can't do it. And I was like, okay, no worries, I'll order something else. But like if they didn't know, they should have like said, I don't know, I'll check, and then they would have got the answer. So that's on the server for not you know, just doing that.
Yeah. Also, I thought something. You say palmy, we say palmer.
Oh
I've always
no,
wondered
no, it's
why.
a palmy. It's in Queensland we say palmy.
I know Queensland is palmy, but over
Oh.
Victoria is palmer.
I know.
And I don't know whether I comes from or whether a comes from. Either.
I just call it
walk
chicken
into?
dish. Chicken dish
Um,
436. The referral code is 43792.
Have a QR code
use
for
that
the chicken
code.
dish. Yeah. Just, I'm sorry. What would you like? Oh, I've got a QR code. Here you go.
To summarize it, scarecrow in Australia because we shorten everything. Parmesan in Queensland says a palmy, and
Isn't
Victoria says
Parma's
a
a
palmer.
city in Italy? Wait, hold on. Let me go.
It's
let me
something
go
that
actually.
I've always wondered why. Like a lot of our slang is the same, except that. That just has a very slight
Mm.
difference.
Do you know-
Wait.
The other one is, Bitsy, what would you wear if you went to the beach? Just generally, like gender neutral, what would you wear when you go to the beach for swimming?
Swimwear? The bikini question mark? I don't know.
Yeah, swimwear.
That-
Is
those
there
are the
any
two
other
words that pop in
slang
my
you
head.
might use? What other types of words might you use?
You see, I don't go outdoors, so I cannot think of the
Okay,
slang.
sorry, it
'cause I don't
wasn't a
use
trick
it.
question. We say togs in Queensland.
Togs.
Togs. So there's actually this map of Australia, togs. And here it is. This is the map. I've
Pancake,
got
I
it up
did
on
invite
stream.
you to the stream together.
Oh yeah,
so
I
you
did.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
we
too
have
busy talking
invited.
about chicken dishes.
Yes.
It was very important chicken dish discussion. Essential for a successful.
Teddy sent me the thing. Things. Oh look. Oh. I haven't looked at my.
Why do I look like I'm...
I have a
Map of
thing in
Australia.
my Twitch, and I need to. Anyways, so togs or swimmers. So this is a map, a breakdown. Oh wait, this is the potato cake. Oops. Oh no. Oh no. Don't mention the war. Oh, here we go. Sorry. So it's a potato.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get
I
rid of
know
it.
that one's very divisive. Sorry, this is the map I wanted to show. So apparently, bathers. Do you guys call them bathers, or is that
Yes,
false?
bathers was the word. I was trying to think of the word.
Yeah. So bathers,
We
we
call
would
bathers.
never say the word bathers. We say togs, as indicated by this this orange area up here. We say toggers. We might say swimmers, like as we get towards the southern border, and Sydney calls them swimmers or cozzy, which is also really weird. These ones are
Yeah,
also
I haven't heard
boardies
of
and
it.
budgie smuggers is acceptable, but they refer to specific types of swimwear. Anyways, I just thought that was really interesting. This is Australian slang divided by basically by state, which is very cool.
Yeah. America has different tax rates. We have different slang.
Yeah, we have different slang. There's oh yeah, right.
Yeah, we have different tax rates.
So there's sausage and bread, which is just called sausage and bread. In Sydney, it's called a sausage
Oh.
sandwich. Somewhere, I don't know. I feel like this one's not as accurate
Snag?
because
You mean snags, right?
snags, but like
Well,
specifically the snag is in the bread, so we also say snag as well. I feel like this map is not quite as accurate though. But the potato, the don't mention the war.
25% of my life. I've lived in Australia for like 10 years now, and I've never heard of any of this.
Oh, well, here's your education for today. We can mark this educational.
What's a sausage? What's a bread? What's a sandwich? Oh, no, I know what those are. I
You
know what
what they are. Okay, so potato cake is, so you guys call it potato cake, right? Potato cake?
Potato? Call them a potato
I
pancake.
would say so.
Yeah, we call
I
them
call it a
potato
potato.
scallop. Some
Huh?
randos in South Australia and Perth called them like potato fritter, which is really strange. Or scallop. I don't know who calls it a hash
It's not-
brown. The hash brown is
Oh
that
my
is a
gosh.
different thing. And so is a fritter for that
hash
matter.
brown is distinct. Is legally distinct from a.
Oh, no,
It really is.
potato cakes.
For specifically potato cakes, hash browns are different things. That's what I was trying to. I was going to say I've heard that before, but no, that's what hash browns are different.
Would a potato cake be made with, for example, like mashed potatoes mixed with a bit of flour, like, and then you
Yes,
fry that or something?
exactly.
Whereas a hash
Precisely.
brown is more like grated potato. It's like different.
Yeah. So
You're using potatoes, but it's
three-
different forms.
So there's three things here. There's a hash brown, which is grated potato formed into a hash brown, right? There can also be a potato gem or a
that's
tater
right.
tot in America, but potato gems is basically a hash brown in a different shape, right? So hash brown is grated potato. A potato scallop is a slice of potato that's been battered and fried, which is what you would call a potato cake. Maybe call a potato cake. We call it a potato scallop or a scallop. And then you've got a potato, what I think is a potato cake, which is mashed potato with some bits of yummy things in it, like maybe put some tuna in there or something, or some leftovers, or whatever the heck you want to put in the potato cake. And then you put a bit of flour on it, and then you fry it on both sides. And that's mashed potato that's been fried. And that's a potato cake, which is why it shouldn't be called potato cake when it's a potato scallop. And that's the end of my story.
You make sense. You're not wrong. You make sense.
Like, I know, right? Like, Victoria is just wrong in this
Hey guys, what's going on?
instance.
Yeah.
Order.
Or,
Okay, sorry. I've derailed. Oh, contexto.
Thank you,
some-
Pancake. No,
Did you say
no
contexto?
contexto.
Let's play Contexto. This is a Contexto show.
No, this is supposed to be a game dev stream.
It's
We
not a
need
just
to
chatting
get back
stream.
on track
Ah.
here, guys.
No, you see game, context, though. Oops, I put
No.
a space in between.
Content.
If somebody does a contexto claim and like choose a game for me, maybe I have to play it. Okay, where were we up to?
See,
Oh, yeah.
this is why we get the
Anyways,
red.
so we build a bunch of buildings.
Scallops and potato cakes.
No,
no,
Pancake, no, we weren't on that. No, that was a tangent.
But you said
That
we
was
were
a side
talking about
tangent.
grated potato is a rusty hash brown. It's like cubes of potato formed together and fried. Cubes of potato. Wouldn't that be
Cubes?
a potato?
Oh my gosh.
Hold on. No. Because a hash brown, you grate the
Right.
potato
This is-
and then you
this is
form the
my-
hash brown. A potato cake, you would mash the potato. Unless you just take the raw potato, you throw it at the wall, and you eat something else.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
don't know.
I mean,
I kind of like the last idea, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that one as well.
Okay, we have a majority. The motion has passed. I don't know what the motion was, but it has passed.
Okay.
A motion is passed in general.
Queensland is correct on all slang. The end. Okay. So
Queensland.
Excuse you.
You mean Bluey Land, right?
Oh, why'd you fight
we
Yeah,
have
only
Bluey.
zero.
We are always right. We are always right. That's what that means. Okay.
True.
Kidding.
Chat
All you
just
Southerners.
just saw the Alex cam and just saw the Alex just like pull my hand up to him and then bite him or bite.
Wow.
God,
Yeah, you need a larger
Whoa.
Alex cam.
you are
The
such a
percentage of
jerk.
stream to Alex is not enough.
Oh, bite me! Stop biting me!
The
What is wrong with you
percentage of
today? Why are you in an honoring mood? You're like Auntie Saria.
we need a larger Alex cam. We need a larger stream to Alex percentile.
Absolutely
You
not.
know
It would take
how-
up like 3/4 of the screen then.
That would be wonderful.
So I probably can't mention it. It's not very. It's not. It is PG, but it's not at the same time. I'll just.
At his belly, I
my
just
idea
tried that
was-
and he bit me.
Make 90% of the screen the Alex cam, and then put a small corner where you have your game scarecrow.
Right.
Oh, like
everybody just comes here for Alex. That's
reverse
it.
everything. Make Alex cam
Yeah.
the majority of the screen, and then have like a little square in the corner where the actual stuff occurs. Like that's good.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
everybody would be happy with that.
I would be happy with that.
I would just day in the life of.
It makes it easier to look at Alex. You know, you make it really hard to look at the cat.
Yeah.
It's really rude of you.
I'll make him slightly bigger for you guys.
Everything in the world is either a duck or not a duck.
Technically correct.
I mean, yes.
Technically correct. The best kind of correct. But yeah, Alex cam is bigger. The motion has succeeded.
Yay.
He
Okay.
doesn't know where he wants me to pet, and then he's like trying to grab
Not
my
big
hand
enough.
at the same time.
Again.
he's like, what?
Okay.
What are you doing? Okay. Back
Alright,
to
alright.
game. Okay.
Knuckling down now.
Oh wait,
Okay.
we're game dev. Oh, yeah,
We're game deving.
I'm
We're
gonna
game
buckle down
deving.
on this.
Yeah, we're doing game dev. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got magic infrastructure. We can research upgrades for the houses, businesses, buildings, perks, and improvements. Certain buildings will unlock certain other sets of buildings, both businesses and facilities. For example, actually, I can take out these examples because we've got actual examples down the bottom. And house
Yes.
upgrades can be unlocked by research brackets money.
Sorry, it's got an ad now.
Okay, I will wait. Sorry.
Enjoy. Enjoy the X Maple.
58 seconds left.
We got derailed too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what
The
it is.
derailings should happen during ad breaks.
Yeah, they should. I mean, and then then the people who pay money get to hear the derailings.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
We just have a derailing topic just on hand, you know.
The problem is that all of our ads are probably going to run at different times, so the entire stream would still end up as a derailed stream.
What you can do is if everyone coordinates to run an ad at the same time, if I remember correctly, that means the ads should be kind of in sync.
Yeah,
Like
we
the
can
cooldown.
resync if you've got
Like,
the
right.
once every half an hour thing or in 25 minutes, whatever it is. Just tell me when you want to run an ad next, because I've just done one, so you can't do it right after you've done one, but you can like resync it if it's
Right.
a little
Well,
bit out. Yeah.
I don't have my stuff. Hold on. Let me open up my mod view,
How
Fine.
things well.
and it should
and
tell
how
you when
things-
I'm running ads, at least.
and
If you
ad
just have
boy.
your like stream what do you call it? Stream manager, ads manager is one of the ones you can see when it's due next.
Oh yeah.
You just make it one of your boxes. Cool. Okay. Back on track. I am back. All right. From ad break.
We're back
So right.
on track.
So researches and upgrades for the houses, buildings. So basically, should be able to research upgrades for pretty much most things, and also unlock new businesses. Unlocking certain other buildings will unlock other buildings as well. So, for example, specifically, what that will be is that if you have that will just unlock normally with with research in specific orders and specific amounts of money. So if you have no school, for example, you start with a restaurant and a park as things you can build, plus houses. So restaurants, parks, and houses. That makes sense. Don't question it.
Makes perfect sense to me.
And then if you build school level 1, I say school 1, but school level 1
and how
and school level 3.
I just thought, right? We were
Mhm.
trying to think of the level 3 buildings. I could just look up what City Skylines does or like SimCity does and stuff.
Yeah, see what they call it.
Yeah,
Although we
yeah,
can just
no
call
problem.
it
Yeah,
whatever.
see what they pull.
The
Yeah.
naming of things is probably not as important as knowing that there is 3 levels of schools, and this is probably easier in the GDD to just figure out that's what it is. But
Yeah.
yeah, we can look it up.
It's just a name change, really.
Sometimes we just like have a placeholder and the placeholder's good enough.
Yeah.
So for example, if you oh sorry.
No, I was gonna say, chat. What should our level 3 business be?
Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry. Okay, so I'll explain the first bit first though. Is so when you buy a level 1 school, it will unlock hardware shop, library and museum. When you buy a level 2 school, it'll unlock office building and the town hall for public servants. And then when you unlock school level 3, or when you buy school level 3, it'll unlock hospital. Whoops, that was meant to be level 3. Hospital and an unnamed business that we can't think of. What would be on the tier level 3 of a job, of a business that one might work in that is like pretty decent money bringing in, considering it's a higher level?
Doctor.
I mean,
lawyer.
So doctor is in
biggest
hospital
thing
down
that-
here. So
yeah.
I also thought of
The
lawyer.
biggest thing that comes to my mind is like government work.
That's
that
more
falls
specifically
under-
that falls under facilities.
Yeah.
Technically in our
Yeah, that falls
idyllic
under the facilities. Yeah.
kind of our particular world, but like more of a business commercial thing. I mean, it can be a factory because that's big business, but I feel like that doesn't reflect the type of job that it is. That I think we kind of
Heavy
wanted to
industry?
match it to like, the levels of schooling.
Hold on.
We don't
gonna do
have to.
some-
It can just be a
Actually-
natural progression that like you only get factories when you're pretty far into the game. Like that can be a thing. And also it's representative of the tier because we're only picking one from each tier. Representative of the tier because it is a slice. Oh, I didn't explain this at the start, but a vertical slice is essentially, this is for chat's purposes, is basically an example of the kinds of things and like if you were to cut a little slice out of your game that is a cake, you're not making the whole cake, you're just making a few of the layers so that you can see how wide and how deep it is, but like it doesn't have all the rest of the cake that would go with it. So it doesn't have the depth, it just has the verticalness, if that makes sense. So one of each thing is usually what you make to give an example of how your game will run. And that's a vertical slice.
Ooh.
Yes?
Ooh,
Yes? Yes?
The media industry.
Monkey?
What building would that be?
Like TV, movie.
Oh, geez. Okay. That's really high level, but I guess that's fine.
I mean, that would be fine for level 3 because we only have 3 levels of school.
Well, I know, but that's fine. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I just looked up what you needed for like high level education. So, and that was the only thing that caught my eye that isn't science related or hospital related.
Well, we could have a science like a full. No, we don't want a for-profit science lab because we want it to be a nice. So media. So we were thinking. Well, we could have that be the marketing agency if you want. I know that's kind of blah, but like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Although that might be more. The office building is like we just generically went. It's just gonna look like an office building.
Right. Yeah.
Or do you want a studio? We can have like studio.
Yeah. Like a movie, music, like entertainment studio. So
Yeah. We'll just call it entertainment studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good, and that makes money.
Yeah.
We could even, because we unlock it, so you could have an upgrade. So this is just an idea, a sub idea, upgrade perk that also increases happiness. Because that's
where my thought was for that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't do it right away because you have to struggle for a little bit, right? But then it increases happiness because it's doing well because you've upgraded it.
Right.
So this is not a hard and fast rule that businesses always have to decrease happiness, but I feel like some of the higher earning ones need to decrease happiness. I might even say if we can manage it, I'm just going to put one more level 3 business here and call it factory, because I think factory needs to be not for level of skill, but for level of size of by the time you get to this point. It's going to unlock at skill level 3. And
what specifically? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
What specifically factory? Because it could be heavy industry or it could be like light manufacturing.
That is true. We can make that decision. I think I'm going to say you unlock the factory when you unlock the hospital, because you need a hospital.
Okay.
Because it's factory.
People get hurt in the
Rather
factory
than
industry,
make the factory dependent on the schooling level, the factory's dependent on the infrastructure that it can be supported by. Okay,
fine.
cool.
Yeah,
so
that
unlocks hospital. Unlocks at hospital. Cool. And it great increase in money, great decrease in happy.
Great decrease.
Yep. Cool. Anyways, these are just some balancing ideas for things, but like we can we can balance it. So the idea is like you can build a bunch of businesses, but your happiness, if you only build businesses and houses, your happiness will go down. And if you only build facilities, you won't make any money. Is the idea here. So
or you'll make minimal money.
You'll make minimal money. So you could potentially, someone, if they wanted to like try and break the game, theoretically, they could only build houses and facilities with no businesses, but they would only make a very little amount of money. It would take forever, but they could do it if they wanted to. So somebody could do a socialism run or whatever they want to call it.
Right.
Or a non-capitalist run. Or you could do a capitalist run with no facilities, whatever. You can do whatever the heck you want, actually.
Yeah. No, that's going to be the best part about this game is you can literally
we can allow some space for people to break it if they want to, or try and play it in a way we have not intended. Oh, sorry. And now, not to increase the scope, I had some ideas on a couple of additional things that we could be looking at.
I was also thinking of roads.
Yes, I was going to say decorative. I'm going to call it decorative. Decorative,
yeah.
And that includes roads.
Right.
Trees.
Roads, trees.
Other stuff. So we will have specific like parks and things, but like, I mean, maybe roads. I don't know. Like, are we working? So this Scarecrow, this is going to be based on you a little bit on how you will implement the build system. If you give them 1 square to build 1 square of road, can you put other things on the side of the road? Do the roads take up 3 squares so you can put something on top of each side of the road? Like, depending on how big the squares are, how your grid layout will work, all of that sort of thing will depend on whether or not it will depend on what you want.
Show you how the grid layout actually works right now.
Yeah.
I have the grid already done because that was one of the most complicated things.
Yep.
And I actually had to look up a tutorial, so I kind of
the mad Scarecrow.
Let me.
Alex
I'll share it on my stream, but I'm also going to share it via Discord for you guys.
Yeah,
so
that'll be good.
Give me a
pull it out.
second.
Open Blender. I'll probably need that open later anyway. Blender is jumping out at me today. Yesterday.
I downloaded Blender and I was expecting like the thing that spins to make a smoothie, but it's actually something else.
Doesn't make a smoothie.
We're going to do. Oh my gosh!
I know, right? It's kind of disappointing, isn't it?
Disappointment.
What was I doing? Share.
Infinite stream.
Top display. There we go. All right. So I'm sharing to the Discord as well, so you guys can see it real time.
Yep.
So as you can see right here, I literally just have 3 little buttons to click right now. Eventually, obviously this will all be changed, but so this is how the grid layout works. If you can see it.
Yes.
Okay. That one's kind of doing weird things.
Show this.
And then if I turn that off, I have no clue. Okay. Because I put rigid bodies on. I put rigid bodies on everything, so they're just kind of doing their thing. I'm gonna have to take the rigid bodies off, but yeah.
Wait, hold on. Cubes.
So this is kind of how the grid layout works, though. It just snaps to a grid. They're not supposed to rotate or anything like that. But
so they don't sit right next to each other. Yes.
No, there's a little bit of a gap in there, but you may be. Oh.
Hold on, there's something going on here.
Look at that scheme.
This could be a game of itself.
Yeah, definitely. The block stacker, block blaster,
block stacker.
the block space program.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I think excellent game. That's it. Done. Just add some trees, add some roads.
See if you can stack all the blocks
Upload
on each
it to
other.
Steam.
Yes.
Go.
Yeah. So that's kind of the concept of it, minus the blocks actually flying everywhere.
Will our camera be free cam? So people can rotate, they can
yeah. Eventually,
around.
the camera will be free cam and all of that. That's another system that I will.
Cool. All right, so that gives us a good idea. So houses will automatically have spacing between them, so we can design for that accordingly. We can give ourselves the plot of land. My question is how will the roads connect if they are auto spaced, or with the grid layout can we have assets that overhang the size of, or are those blocks one grid space? Like, how does all of that work?
Those blocks are, so the grid space in Unity terms is 0.6.
Yep.
And the models are 0.5. So there's
okay, so we could, if we made our models 0.6, we could have them join up, and if we don't want them to join up, we make it just slightly smaller than 0.6. Okay, makes sense. Also, you could just
So that's all just done in the scaling here.
I was gonna say you can just rescale it there. That'll be fine. I usually try to.
You just gotta tell me what buildings need to be connected versus what buildings.
I usually do a 1-1-1 scaling once I finished a model, so it's not like massively big or massively small, but we can scale it as we need to. You can find what scaling works perfectly for joining once you import the assets, so that'll be fine.
Right.
Cool. Sounds good.
If you give us the exact units in like centimeters and stuff, we can also change that in Blender to make sure that it's only this many centimeters long or whatever.
Right.
So it does just line up perfectly, because from what I remember from uni, ideally with the model, part of the modeler's job is just to do that, to make sure everything's the right scale. It shouldn't be on the, I mean, if there's slight adjustments obviously, but it shouldn't be on the programmer or level designer to make it fit.
Yeah, so if we have a set scale, like I said, we can make it assuming that our maximum size is 0.6, and we can make it fit to that. As long as we know what it is. So 0.6, so just to double check, 0.6 should join, and 0.05 should be the maximum width of a building to not touch another building.
Let me show you guys this as well. Hold on. I gotta pull this back up, and I have these all set up on my stream deck, and I don't know why I'm not using my stream deck. But if we do, I just changed let's see if the rigid body thing will actually work now too. Probably not, but okay, good. So I'm not getting any of that quasi connectivity, but you can also rotate in either direction. Like that's to the right, that's to the left, and you can just spin them around. So if we actually had a face.
Yes, it seems to be rotating at 45-degree angles. We would only allow them to do 90. Yes.
Yeah. It would be 90, but I just set it to 45 just so that
you can see it. That's fine.
It's actually working right now. Yeah.
All good. If it's just for demonstration, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that looks good. Unless we want to allow them 45-degree and they can just go ham and go, oh, I did it wrong.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, if we're gonna do that, then there has to. I would have to come up with a delete system, and you wouldn't get all of the money back that you spent.
Like, well, I think we have to have a delete system
or a
anyway.
Move system.
Yeah.
Or a move system.
Okay.
To be able to pick
Decision
the buildings up
time.
if you accidentally place it
do
down.
we want to punish people for going, "Oh, I messed up. I need to change." Should we get them? Should we
I
say?
don't think we
I
do.
feel like I want to say you give 50 or 75% of resources back.
I'd say
Just so you can't
75.
spam it.
Yeah, 75% of the money back that you spent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't
If you
spam
destroy
it.
it.
You still get punished for it, but if you make a mistake, it's not too bad of a
Right. Or
issue.
if we do like the move system, it would be it would
Moving
cost
would be
them
free, yeah.
a little extra money to move the building. Let's
Yeah.
say.
Would it? Usually in the move system, oh, it depends, but usually the move system move it.
Right. Well,
Depends
I mean,
on well, like for something this, if I was playing this, I would expect the move system to be free.
okay.
If it's
Yeah.
like SimCity,
Let's
Well,
say
then
move
the
is
decision would be.
yeah.
Well, then the decision would be: do we want to allow them to move,
I
or do
think
we want to
both.
make them to destroy and then?
So I
move?
think allow
or
them to
destroy
move for
and rebuild.
free, and if they need to sell something back to get some money because they're short on money for whatever reason, give them 75% back. I'll point out that on a coding's perspective, we need to disallow the purchasing of dependents things and decrease pop cap if they end up selling, not moving, but selling items that are dependent on other things that they
Okay.
need, if that makes sense. So like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
don't allow them, maybe even, I don't want to say don't allow them to sell schools or what have you, but like consider the fact people might build a school, a level 3 school, sell the school back so they can buy the factory, if we obviously making it a bit expensive.
You could, in that case, it could be something like if you
Or
need object A.
I feel like
and
schools shouldn't be sold. You should not be able to sell a school.
well,
that's
Because you
probably
need
fair.
schools in order to run the business, right? So if we allow the players to sell the schools,
Yeah.
then
Or do they
they
need to
purchase
just
the
be
business.
unlocked? Yeah. They need
No,
to
I
build
think- I
it.
feel like- I
They
think
need
they
it
need
needs
to
to be built, or
it
you
needs to
can't
be
build the
built.
things that are dependent.
Right.
unless
Yeah.
unless you make a check where like if you delete the school or refund the school, whatever, then the other buildings no longer function until you place that
And there
down
could
again.
Oh, I could
be, like, a
definitely do that.
notification.
That's something
Yeah.
very simple to do. Because all
Because,
you have to
like,
do is
like-
find objects with that tag. All you do
Yeah.
is tag something and then run a check. If
you
if this building doesn't have this type of building or this building in the world somewhere, then it doesn't run. That it's
Yeah,
yeah.
because I don't
That's-
like the
that's
idea of never having the option to disable schools, or remove schools. Like not being able to undo a building, moving it is good, but not being able to undo it at all
Yeah.
just sounds annoying to play.
Yeah, like if you're like, oh,
Uh,
actually, I wasn't
would-
ready for that. I'll do that later. Like, I think that's fair. So you can sell
Okay.
any building you like, but if you sell a dependent thing, sorry. So if you sell a dependent building, we need to put this in the game mechanics. So selling any building is okay. However, if you sell a dependency building, i.e. school, then sorry, describe to me what happens. I think I missed that last bit.
Then the building that it's dependent on will no longer run. So either you
building
won't gain money
it's
from it.
Dependent on will shut down.
Right. And do
With
we
a
want a
big,
penalty for it being shut down?
big X on the
seen
top.
I feel like the penalty is it still takes money, yet it doesn't produce anything.
it doesn't
I-
generate any
Well,
money.
hold on,
Because
because we could do it where it doesn't
much.
penalize your money. We could do it where if you have a building that's
Well,
not
it does
activated,
it does penalize. Okay, so if you sell a school and that causes, so let's say you sell your level 3 school, that causes all your
Right.
factories to shut down. Your penalty is you're no longer getting money from those things.
but
So
should
that is the
citizens-
penalty.
I was going to say, but should the citizens also get a little unhappy because now they have buildings that aren't being used?
There can be a small unhappiness, but
Yeah.
so the penalty for a factory, we're using factory as the specific example because it has a very big decrease to happiness while it's running, maybe a small decrease to happiness while it's not running. So they're going to be unhappy either way if they don't have a factory.
Right. Right. That's true. That's true.
Yep. And a small decrease to happiness. So it's a flat rate, maybe, for, we'll just call it empty building. Because it's an empty building to them if it's not running. Yeah.
Yeah.
So empty shop fronts, that sort of thing. Yeah. Cool. Alrighty. Oh man, we can make a ghost town. Somebody could do a ghost town run even.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't even know what people will do, but you know. Cool.
With the
Selling
dependency thing, with because I've seen in games, if you have a dependency thing and you delete that dependency, whatever requires that dependency building will you could have a notification saying these buildings with a number need this building to run, and you don't have
and a notification. That's a good idea.
Tag.
Yeah.
Yeah, notification system.
A notification pop up. Yep. Oh, Pancake, you can be our UX designer. Like, it's like, hey, guys, we need a tutorial here. The Pancake doesn't understand. That's actually a really good point. Yeah. Cool. And a notification pop up makes sense. Selling houses. Now, the penalty for selling houses is that your pop cap goes down and the population that was taking up that pop cap disappears and you have to earn it back again. Fair?
Yeah.
So
100%.
Encourage people to keep the houses but just move them for free if they're just in the wrong spot. We shouldn't penalize people for just putting things in the wrong spot. If they want to rearrange their town, they can just like shuffle it around.
Hi Scarecrow, just hi Alex. I see how it is, Coolius. You just come here for Alex, huh?
Exactly.
We've already had this tangent. Everybody comes here for Alex. Nobody comes here for me.
I was gonna say that. That's why I'm here. I'm here for Alex.
Yeah. Selling houses will decrease the pop cap, and the people will leave. We know what that means. It's like you sold their house, they have to leave town. You have to, however slowly they normally earn that back if you buy the house again. Or whatever, if you buy the pop cap house / pop cap back again. So if you decrease and then increase your pop cap, you're going to go from 100 down to 90, then you have to earn from 90 back to 100 slowly again. That's the penalty for that. It shouldn't be super quick. It's a medium set of increase from like, pop cap has been increased. You don't immediately get all those people. They come in based on happiness, and if you have a really sad town, it's going to be really slow.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, that's a pretty easy penalty for selling houses. And we say 75%. Money back. Facilities and buildings will work in the same way. I don't think I need to write that again because it's the same. If another building has a dependency on another building, that's all the same.
Yeah.
And decorations are just decorations. Or should decorations do a tiny bit of happiness as well to encourage people to decorate their towns?
Decorations should definitely do a tiny bit of happiness.
Yeah, it should definitely, because the decoration of the visual appeal of a city is as important as any other attribute of that city. If it looks like a boring, brutalist architecture, just really, really boring all around with no color diversity or any kind of like decoration, that would have a really big detriment on happiness.
I like when games have that because it rewards you for making your town look pretty, and it's also funny to look at when you just spam bushes and it increases the decoration rating. So you just have a big bush area and everyone likes it.
that would be cool.
What I do in City Skylines.
The hardest, I think the hardest part for the decoration thing is going to be getting them to be able to go into those little gaps of
Sorry, say again.
Could you?
I said I think the hardest thing is going to be getting them to go into those little gaps.
Getting what to go into the little
'cause
gaps.
If
the decorations to go like into the little gaps in between the houses
Oh,
or roads or
I
whatever.
think that's too small. I
That
think you're
would
going to
be
have to
problematic.
give. There's no way to place them though. If you have them in the
Yeah,
gap,
yeah.
you're going to have to give
We
them a
could do
square
something like
and adjust the
we could do something. We could do something like I think of how City Sky. They obviously have bushes you can spam because they've got a bigger scale, but they've got like parks and stuff you can build which increase happiness.
Yeah,
We could
yeah,
just do
yeah.
something like
Well,
where
that-
you
and
build.
Oh,
that's
we've
kinda
got-
why I came up with the park idea.
We've got
was-
parks.
Yeah.
So we've got parks. Trees,
Yeah.
they don't have to be like trees is just like free roaming trees. Parks is like a specific park with a bunch of stuff in it, like preset
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have to have a lot of decorative, like for the purposes of what we're doing. I think so maybe we need to come back to, sorry, if we're getting back onto decorative, I think we need to come back to the grid
I
system.
feel like we should come back to it. We should come back to the more trees and stuff later because at the moment it seems too complex.
The only thing that I would say is an automatic decorative thing would have to be the roads, because that's how I'm gonna code the little pancakes that are running around. They're gonna have to follow the roads. They're gonna randomly follow the
Thanks for hitting that follow
Now sorry, I've got an ad break. Wait, has it been off now? I totally.
Probably.
Oh,
I don't know.
We've been like in
It's
deep work.
moving.
Hey.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we've been doing this for 2 hours
with
now,
the-
so.
free floating items, like if you were to
And
allow
apparently, I'm in an ad break as well, so
Oh, the good timing.
yeah.
I think that would be necessary if with free items. I don't think it would be possible to have predetermined spacing and a grid system. Because if you
It is. No, it is. It is 100% because all I would have to do. Hold on. Let me open up. Let me make sure I'm sharing the proper screen here.
unless the
If I did something like this, let me also disable my audio because you guys are probably getting an echo of yourselves.
I just stopped watching.
I just turned it all
Okay.
the way down. It's all good.
Yeah. So if we do something like, let me get out of here. Focus back on my ground plane here. So if I throw a empty game object here, right? It's an empty game object. But then throw a let's say a cube in there and scale it down to like 0.025 on everything, right? And then zoom in on it. Now this will fit within the parameters if I put it right. But so it would work in a sense. You would just have to figure out the grid and then like figure out the 1 by 1 and then move said thing to like, let's say here would be the grid, and then set it up, and it'll spawn whatever the position is inside of this empty game object. So it's
Hang
still
on.
spawn in that position.
Sorry, what are you describing here? What's being created?
Pancake was saying something about the decorations not being able to be placed in the grids or whatever, or they would need separated grids.
So
You just scale everything down.
right, it's not necessarily about how big the thing is inside the grid, but determining what the
Yeah.
grid means. So to
Right.
us, like we're not
because-
allowing freeform or incremental placements like we're
Well,
not doing
There is.
sorry.
Wait,
There is. There is. The way it's already set up is there is. If you look, hold on, I gotta switch screens again.
Change windows.
Oh,
Screen 2.
I think I
Sorry,
think
I thought we were locking to a grid, but if it's different,
Well, you have I have this toggle right here to
Yeah.
allow them to turn the grid on and off, essentially.
oh, so I don't mean like visually seeing the grid. I just mean like whether the
No.
grid's visible or not.
what the
Are
grid
they
is.
placing to a grid? I guess is the first question.
So
there.
if this is ticked, then they're placing to the grid. If it's not ticked, then it's free placing.
Okay, but are we allowing them to place to the grid?
I mean,
because I think that's going to make it a lot more complicated to have. Well, I mean, if we're just making it a free place game, we just say it's free place, but there's no point having.
Yeah.
Like
this is the grid placement. It automatically snaps to the grid size.
Yeah.
Where if I tick this off, oops, that one placed. But see now how it's not snapping?
Yes.
Oh, do we
So
want to
that's
do both?
not snapping.
Do we want to
sorry.
do both, or do you want to do just one?
If
Yeah.
you wanted to,
I feel like we should stick to one. I don't think we should give them the option of both. Like for some,
Give them the option. Okay.
Well, I just mean like
that out.
you've got a lot of extra code. Well, not a coding, but like a lot of extra problems.
It's already set up. That's
yeah.
that's why. Yeah.
Well.
What I mean by the grid thing being a bit confusing is if you have, say, a 1 meter by 1 meter square grid, and your houses, for example, are a set number, fit within a set number of 1 meter squares.
Right.
If you have an automatic spacing that's not that 1 meter grid, how would you grid snap something in the middle of that non 1 meter snap? Unless you do have a
which
1
was going to be my
standardized. Yeah,
that was going to be my next point. Of I think we need to determine things that are larger. So by default, and again, I think I used this as an example earlier before we started stream, but in a grid, a house might be 2x2, a business might be 2x3 or 3x3, and a road or a tree or a statue might be a 1x1. And then you just add 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And it's up, and potentially we can code it in a way that requires that the side of the building that has a, let's call it a driveway or a road access or whatever you want to call it, that it must join to a road, and the roads must join. We can say you must build a path or a road or whatever between the buildings, or it must be free and not facing another building, so that even if there isn't a road there is a space. So to require that the side of the front of the building always has a road access, even if there's no road there. I can
look into that.
I'm just saying, because if you have free
I don't know how I would do that.
Well, as in like
that's my problem.
So if you haven't,
how I would.
Well, theoretically, if you had an asset, for example, so say we lock to the grid system, which makes this all a lot easier. So if you're locked to the grid system, what you need it to say is like when an asset is being placed, determine asset side A. So they've got four vertical sides like A, B, C, and D. Side A cannot be obstructed by another asset other than a road, or something like that. I don't know. That's a potential solution.
So the way that I think the way that are you guys winning?
So coding is
game design, the game design portion at the moment.
It's something. I'm not gonna say no to that.
I'm just saying that's one potential solution, but we need to have something that fixes your problem. As you said, you need the little pancakes being able to run from point A to point B.
Right.
They can't move unless that space is free. I'm assuming, unless you allow them to walk through buildings and stuff, you're going to need to put that in one way or another.
Well, the buildings all have colliders on them, so The buildings have colliders on them, and they're gonna have rigid bodies on them, so they won't be able to walk through a collider anyway.
Yes, okay.
Um,
So you're going to need to have the
Yeah.
front of the building always accessible, regardless if you want them to
bring
have a road or not. It's going to need space.
Um,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I
Would it
just
be
have to
like-
figure out how I would do said thing, and I think I would just have to do it with an empty game object with a small trigger collider on it
I don't know.
Yep.
to be able to do that. I don't know. Again, it's just something that I have to look into doing because it's not something that I've specifically done.
Oh no, I'm not saying that you have to like know how to
but-
do it right this
yeah.
second. I'm just saying that that is a function if we want the logic of placing items, like what's green and what's red when somebody goes to place an item needs to inherently work for the gameplay. So yeah. That's all I'm saying. We don't have to do it right away or immediately or whatever, but like that's got to be some logic built into the placing of items that needs to work.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
On that thing, reminiscing of city skylines, would it be you could have it so like a node on that entity needs to have a road connected to it, and since you
Yep.
can't have like items meshed inside of each other, you would say that this node needs to have a road connected to it, and it cannot be obstructed by a non-required, like a entity that doesn't fit what needs to be put there.
That's actually a good way to do it, actually. So if we say roads is our starter, and we tell what's happening to everything, that you must build the road before you build the building. You can't just put buildings. You actually need to put the roads before you put the buildings there. I think that would be, as long as we make roads pretty cheap.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Because in a game of City Skylines, you could do either roads first or buildings first. Like, if you made it, you couldn't place one before the other.
And actually, in settlement survival, you don't even need the roads because they find their way around. But if there is a road, they will use the road.
How did they determine? How do they give them, or is the walking space built into every block? I guess. Can they walk 100% around the whole building?
Yeah. They can walk 100% around the whole building. They just can't walk through buildings.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think essentially what they use is a nav mesh.
Mm-hmm.
And which I haven't quite figured out how we would do the nav mesh, because the nav mesh, you need to be able to bake it, and you can't bake it during game. So when you place a new building, it doesn't automatically pick it up on the nav mesh. Okay, and that was an issue I was running into testing something else. So I would have to figure out another way for it to work. So the road system definitely would help out with the AI. Getting them to go from point A to point B, because then they know, okay, well, we have to look, we want to get to this spot here. We're starting here. Let's look for road first. And then they would kind of use the road. But if there is no road, then
they would just walk between
it would make
buildings.
it a little bit, it would make it a little bit more difficult.
Even if they could theoretically walk between the buildings, I think we should encourage the use of, we encourage the use of roads by giving them a stacking bonus and for any roads there, and an additional stacking bonus for any road that is joined to another road. So the natural progression is, oh, look, a bunch of roads that are all connected to each other. It just so happens to be like we are guiding them towards the correct gameplay by like the incentives of the thing. So what I was going to do, I've just pulled up my canvas, is I was going to do a little sketchy sketch of what we were talking about, but it's
Art
probably...
class with Taria.
Well, oh really? Where's my... Hello? Nothing is happening.
Nothing is happening.
Ugh! My opacity, it's only at like 40. I have no brushes, I have no nothing, everything is broken. That is excellent. No. Oh, here we go. Except that's bad. Okay, so like, oh, do you want me to share on Discord as well? That would be better.
You can, yeah.
Where the heck?
Game Jam. What Game Jam is for? This one specifically isn't a Game Jam. This is figure out so we can figure out everyone else works, and then work together as a better team
so-
win an actual Game Jam.
So so my stream title is Pre-Jam Jam. So this is the pre-jam for Bracky's Jam, but like we're just pre-jamming for any jam that we do because we haven't jammed before together. So we're just practicing how to do a jam. So this is just practice jam, jam, our own thing. Madhouse.
This is
craziness.
the practice jam.
Yeah. Anytime you have jam in a stream dev title, it's like, oh, what jam are you doing? What jam are you doing? It's like, yeah, we're doing.
Right.
We're kind of practicing for a jam, technically speaking. Cool. Is that coming through on Discord?
Yes, it is.
Cool. So let's say I'm just gonna draw isometric because that's just easier. So I'm gonna draw like our house. So we're gonna have a little house guy.
Been discussing
My wonderful house skills.
Actually, we're showing something now. Got sidetracked. I went back to making a pancake.
Yay! Pancakes are good.
Yeah, I've started working on some things as well.
All right, Cap, I'll come
I
to
need
your
to
redeems in
get
just a
better
second.
Blender, and I don't have a model
just-
at the moment, so
Yeah,
might as well.
Cap, I'll come to your redeems in a second. We just got a critical thing to work out for like grid placements and stuff. So if we snap to grid, let's imagine our grid is actually, how big did you say the grid was? Was like 0.6?
Yeah, they're 0.6.
0.6. So our grid is let's assume this is like 0.5 something, whatever. And our grid is a little bigger than that, which is 0.6. And we just say design.
I mean, I can increase or decrease the size of the grid. That's
yeah.
not a problem.
Well, if I could use whole numbers for a second and we just pretend that's what.
Yeah.
Let's
Whole
say
numbers would be fine,
if I just use whole numbers here for a second, just to say it's one grid space, whatever. So let's say our house is 0.8 of a grid space, which is about equivalent. So it sits a little smaller than the 1x1 grid, and this model has a collider on it, but like that's the edge of where the model sits. For every model, 0.2 is walking space. So this is me just sketching out what's been described. So just this may be exactly what we just said, and I'm just sketching it out so it stays in my brain. So 0.02 is walking space. Now this is the front of the house. I'm going to put little eyes on it. That's the front of the house with the door. So we want.
It's not coming through now.
Oh,
I don't know if it's. I think that's an issue on my end.
I don't see the canvas. I don't think it's.
Yeah.
Oh no, we can see. I can see in the layers that it's there. I can't see the canvas itself.
Okay, let me
Mine's just loading. So.
Let me stop.
I can see it on Twitch, so I'm just watching through Twitch at the moment.
Okay.
Sorry, you guys should have said it wasn't working.
I thought it was because I clicked on it and it was working and then it stopped working.
I'll just share the screen. That's easier. I think Canvas has multiple layers of windows. That's why it
That's why it died.
Is that better?
Yes. Yes,
cool.
it is.
Okay.
There's
so
many things I have to keep.
Much better.
Yep. Okay, cool. So at the moment I'm working with a 1x1. This might actually, we could divide that and call that a 2x2. But at the moment I'll just say it's a 1x1 at the moment. They've got 2.2 of a walking space when things are placed around any given model, and they will always have that is blocked out as walking space for pancakes only. This part, the front of the model, which is called like face A or whatever you want to call it, do we require that to be joined to a road? Do we preclude them from facing houses facing each other? Do we want to encourage them to only be able to build things along a road? Or like one part of it can be connected to a road? Or I don't know, like this face must always be on a road potentially. I don't know. What's our thoughts on that?
Again, like I said, it's just going to be...
If we have walking space, we don't have to force them to have roads. This is a game
Right.
design decision, I guess.
So this is honestly, this is a coder level decision.
Okay.
It depends on how good you can code and if you can get it to do the thing that you want it to do, right?
Yep.
So for me, having the AI have to walk on roads or sidewalks is easier to code than trying to figure out spacing in between the things. If that makes sense. My OBS crashed.
Uh-oh.
No.
So when you say spacing in
I
between
had too much
things,
stuff open.
oops, I'll just hide your little thing here. Hide. There we go. So when you say spacing in between things, what does that? I don't think I quite understand what you're saying there. So if I break this down a bit more and say that there's a grid system that allows you to place, I'm going to divide that into 3. I can't really see my grid. I'm going to draw another grid next to it. And like, let's micro this grid a little bit more and say that you can chunk your grid along and that each of these grid squares can be a chunk of road that goes like this to allow people to place things. So each of these is 1 by 1. That doesn't look very good, but you know what I'm talking about. Road. That is road. And this looks pretty like a road. Do 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 do. And they can either place it near a road or not, and we don't care, essentially.
I don't know, because I can't even see what you're doing right now, because no, it's not a problem on your end, it's a problem on mine. Let me open up your stream. Okay.
I don't know how far behind it is. My streams tend to be like 10 to 20 seconds behind.
I just need to look at I just needed to look at the picture.
Yeah, so if I'm describing the picture, the little double line black thing, so I've divided this 1 by 1 into a 3 by 3 just as an example. Okay. Roughly speaking, I think the size of a house to the size of the road, like 3 squares, and each square is a road, and 3 squares is the width of a house, like in real life, I think that's about right. I don't know. And then you can have bigger things, so you can have things that are like 12, like, okay, maybe, okay, that's not quite right, but you know what I mean. You can have, you can have factories that are bigger than that, but 3 by 3 might be the one of the small things, and then a 2 by 2 by 2.
How you going?
Why is that regular opacity? A 1 by 1 could be like a single tree. You can just, I don't know, might mess up somebody's grid, but they could have like a set of 4 trees as to fill in some gaps. So we give them statues and trees that are like, okay, that's going over the top of my thing, but I'm going to draw, so they can have a tree that's 1 by 1, or they can have a statue, you know, that's 1 by 1. They can have, what else do we say? Road statues and trees can all be 1 by 1s. We can have a larger decorative item, like a big statue, that's like a 2 by 2. But like, that can be like the mayor statue or something, I don't know. Or emperor. Oh, we can have an emperor pancake statue, of course, because they're all pancakes. Anyways, whatever decorative items, they can be 1 by 1s, 2 by 1s, 2 by 2s, and then they can sort of Tetris in those pieces in amongst everything else. And they can walk, again, they'll still have the walking distance of, they'll have a, you know, 80%, 20% of the distance of the square around to be able to walk to and around the object, regardless of how big the object is, if that makes sense. So they can always walk in between everything, regardless of where it's placed. Does that sort of make sense?
It makes sense. Again, it's dependent on
I have to say it again. It's dependent on if I can figure out how to do it.
Okay, it should work
Get
with
them
your
to be able
grid.
to.
It should work with the exact same grid you have. All we need to do is blow up the grid or
It's not.
subdivide the grid
It's
again.
not about the grid. It's not about the grid. It's not about the grid. It's
Okay.
about coding the AI to be able to pathfind.
Okay.
The
will it work with what you already have, or is it going to need a reworking? Or what you were planning to do?
I haven't done any AI yet. I haven't done any.
Oh,
AI.
well, I mean, what I mean is what you were planning to do.
So what I'm saying is it's easier for me to force them to walk on a road and have to pathfind to that road versus possibly having to pathfind around things, because the way that I would have to do it is through tags and empty game objects. And it's not going to be able to pick up if it's
Oh,
walking,
right.
let's say
Maybe
around,
discussing.
let's say it's walking around a tree, right? The
Yep.
AI won't be able to pick up that tree to be able to walk around it. So
Okay.
in order for me to do it, what I would have to do, and it would be a lot more work, is do a bunch of empty game objects all around said tree or all around said obstacle.
Oh,
for
I
it
thought you were saying the other way
to-
around. That would be easier.
No.
Okay, okay.
So being able to tag a road, which is just one model, and be like, okay, they can only walk on the road.
Okay,
is
so
easier because now
if-
it's saying, okay, I have to
right.
look
So
from point
so
A to
we
point
want-
B and
okay,
pick up
okay.
every road.
All right, that makes
Yeah.
makes sense now. I thought you were saying it the other way around, and I thought, well, wouldn't that be harder? Oh, yes, okay. So that being the
Yes,
case, then
much harder.
what I was saying then, I guess earlier, was that all we need for that to work then is we just need one face of each model to be requires to face the road, essentially. So requires a road connection for any. So this side of the model must be road. It can't be anything else but road. So it must be either empty, or should it be empty or road, or only road, I guess, is the other question. Like, we're forcing them to build roads before they build the houses, yeah? Like, must be connected. And
Well,
the
I mean,
pop-up can be must be
build
connected
one
to a
or
road.
the other. It's I mean, you could build one or the other first, but in order for them to move, they would have to go through they would need the road.
Technically,
You could place the houses
our
before
model,
the road.
our citizens are purely decorative. They're not. I mean, they're decorative and indicative, but they're not functional citizens. If that makes sense, would that be correct to say? Yeah. So,
Yes.
well, okay. Here's the thing. Do we want to just make this simple and say buildings must face roads? Roads must be built before buildings. Citizens are spawned on the road and just follow the road
I don't
around.
want to force. I don't want to force them to have to figure out the road system before the building. Like, play it how you want to play it. If you want to build the houses first and then have to build the roads, then that's what you have to do.
How will we have if citizens can only walk on the road though?
Possible.
If I can code that part in where if the adjacent block next to the entrance to the house is not connected to a road, like if the adjacent grid is not a road, then the house doesn't make money or the house doesn't function, and there's an exclamation point ahead of it or above it with a notification saying you need to buy a road.
That sounds good. Yeah.
That part of it's simple. It's
With something, say you had a 1 meter grid and a 1 meter wide footpath, would the whatever how do you word this? Is it could you conceivably what is- on a road, depending on what the design structure of that road would be, are we saying they're going to walk on a predetermined path on the side of the road, or is it like special?
I think we'll just say the road is the pathway, and they all ride.
yeah.
skateboards or something. I don't know. We won't have cars. I think we'll just have pancakes
No.
that are scooting along in.
We'll just
whatever
have
fashion they
pancakes
like.
just scooting along the road. Yeah.
Yeah. So we won't have sidewalks and roads. We'll have a road. I mean, again, I've drawn it like a road, but we can design it more like a pathway. It's like must be connected to pathway or road, or we can call it road. We can make it look like a road, but they actually only use it for scooters, whatever. Or it's like a pedestrian road. I think is what we're sort of thinking about here.
Right.
I believe. Again, it's been another half an hour. I swear, these half hours are like just disappearing. Also, sorry, Cap.
It's been half an hour.
It's been half
Yep.
an hour again.
It's been half an hour.
This is what happens in game dev. Like your time just melts away while you're like in deep discussion about how a road should be. This is like real life game dev.
I was trying to catch up on like my Blender skills, obviously. So
Yeah.
I've been trying and figuring out an easy way to do this pancake the whole time. So I've spent half an hour and got nothing to show for it.
I mean,
But that's why I wanted to spend the time now to do it, so I
Oh,
can
absolutely. Yeah, like
figure out the. But like, I've been hard focused. I organized my OBS thing a bit, so when I open up my stuff, which I'm doing constantly, it will show up at the top. But
Yeah.
like, so it's obvious when I'm looking stuff up a lot. But it's like I used to be able to do this so quickly. What am I missing?
I mean,
I tried using a cube, and try using cube, and it's probably my best bet. And I missing a step in making just making a circle and extruding the edge and I'm missing a step somewhere because it's not grabbing the right edges, and it's annoying me.
Are you trying? Oh, I'd have to look at what you were doing to like brain my brain.
I'm showing my screen, aren't I?
No.
Yeah. Oh, not anymore.
No.
You were before,
Alright.
but I think it stopped. Yeah. Oh wait, no, it is now. Let me see. Let me open it.
Oh.
Sorry, I have a few
Yeah, I just did.
windows.
So I
open.
had two ideas. I have
If I
like
was doing a
these.
pancake, I would actually.
My first idea was cube.
Cube's hard.
Yeah,
Cube's hard.
scale down. Right, extrude edge. Not extrude edges. Where is it?
Oh, you have
Loop
a square
cut.
pancake, I guess.
Pancake, are you a square?
No, it's still going to be there. We do this, select, vertices, boom, boom, scale, bring them in a bit. Same with this. Scale in here, modifier, smooth. But this was my first idea. It was subdivide. That's what I was looking for.
I see where you're going with it. I personally.
But when I did that, well, it was the other way. But when I did that, it didn't. Right.
Yeah.
So I thought, let's go with it's the circle instead.
Yeah.
So I do that. I tab. I extrude the edges.
I would extrude. Yeah, extrude.
These should be selected.
Z-axis. Yeah.
Okay, and I that's what I did wrong.
Yep.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, so E for extrude, extrude, and then before you click, just use Z, Y, or X depending what axis you want to do it on. So it's straight up and down. The other thing you can do is do that and then hit S. So Z and S, for example, for extrude on all having all that top edge extruded, and you can actually bring your bevel and just manually bevel it in to give the top of it a little bevel in as well. So you can scale as you extrude inwards and upwards, if that sort of makes sense. So hit Z. Yep.
The part I was missing was that, and then dragging out. Because
Yeah. So extrude, drag, Z, and then you can pull it up. So you can just hit G for grab, and then Z, or that as well, and that will give you a beveled edge as well. So you can get a little round pancake.
I should probably put a.
Anyways, I personally would do what you did there and start with a circle. Yeah. That'd be the way to go. Oh, and if you want to fill in that bottom edge, or the top edge, you can just have it selected and hit F, and that'll just fill it in as a face.
Okay, F is the
when
shortcut.
when you're
I
ready
was-
when
I
you're
was
ready to
gonna
put the
do.
lid on it, the top and bottom lid on it, when you've got
Yeah.
all of your edges, or you can put the lid on it now and use I think it's Control B for bevel, and then you scramble it. So if you have the lid on it and you have the edge selected, you want to manipulate, and then yeah, so that's, and you can scroll up and down to select more beveling or less. So you've got one level of beveling, and anyways, you can have a
Okay.
fiddle with that. But
Okay.
yeah, cool.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah, that
just
look,
need to.
a pancake,
That was the
Pancake.
pancake. Oh, I should have had all of that on stream. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I didn't put any of that on screen either.
It's
I mean, I was, and there's just so much to show. And
I don't know if that
we,
shows.
you
Oh
take
yeah,
a look,
yeah,
we can look at other perspectives.
yeah. Anyways, look at Bitsy stream. Go
Oh.
be in Bitsy stream for a bit if you want to look at some Blender stuff.
Me trying to struggle with basic Blender concepts because I remember the ideas, very basic thing, and then it's annoying.
There's turns out this is all a lot more complicated than I thought it was.
So fair. This is always this part of the process, which is like doing the game design document and deciding what goes where and how it all works and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes this concept is like, oh, it just falls into place. We know exactly what we're doing because it's either really simple or we're just gonna lift something from something else. Then we know how it already works. When you're doing something, a new concept you haven't done before, which is going to be pretty much everything, at least for me.
Right.
Like it's all going to be new concepts, so we have to plan each part out because we haven't done it before.
Right.
And it's going to be this part of it is a bit much, and then we get to happy fun makey things time. Well, at least for us asset makers.
The hardest part, yeah, the hardest part is the plan.
Meanwhile,
Making
the asset
stuff
makers
is a
make
lot
the
easier.
coders' issues a lot more.
Yeah, it just gets harder for you, Scarecrow. Sorry, Bitsy.
The hardest part of making a game is the planning stage.
It really
Yeah.
is,
Once
and
you-
if you
'cause you
don't
can
get it
get-
right at the
can
start,
get-
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I've only decided pancake is something to probably use. If we don't use it, it's good practice anyway.
Yeah.
I'm used to making whenever I made personal projects, I'm used to making kind of like PS1 style graphics because I've always used that style.
Yeah.
So I need to get more practice outside of that.
Yeah, that's cool, and I
have
can
roads
definitely
kind
help you.
of set
You
up.
have-
I just have to do
Yeah.
corners and stuff.
Sweet. Okay, so
So
we gotta get derailed there a little bit. But speaking of, citizen spawn on roads. Okay, so let me write this down because I think I understand what we're doing now.
Okay, I'm dropping a lot of frames now. Why?
This is the
Close Opera.
somewhere here.
who did what now? Somebody did a thing. Drink the bean juice. Thank you, Meerkat.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll catch up on redeems
Why am I
now.
dropping all my
Cat, what
frames?
did you want? You didn't
What?
say. He said wonder what. I guess that's a low high. So I'll just pop that on right now. I seriously don't know why I don't have it open with my stream button. It's like open Twitch, open a low high, open OBS, open not Streamlabs, but open
Ah,
PC
you need
Face.
the most
Open a low high
important
again.
button.
Need it twice.
Hello, hi.
Yeah, I needed a low high button. It's like
Specifically,
ding.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have one. I really need. I really just already need it.
You've got a stream deck, right? Just
I
add a
do,
stream
I
deck
just-
and put
I literally
put
have
a
a
low high
spare.
song on there.
I do. I have a spare spot. I can just have like the I'll have the YouTube thumbnail on it, and it's just a
Specifically
low
low
high.
high.
I just create a custom icon for it. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
it's like a capital A.
Yeah, capital. No, I'll put the
Yeah, why am I
I'll put the
dropping
whole
all
thing
of my
in.
frames now?
I love
Oh
it.
no.
I gotta use the bathroom again.
Okay.
I'm dropping.
I'll be
all
right
of my
back.
frames. What-
I
what-
just making this
Whoa.
one text document that's all hour and a half.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't have class in the morning. I realize I can go to school a bit later, but I don't know how the clock
fix-
work with that.
Ooh.
Anyway, that's not relevant. But Pancake has to figure out how it all works.
Well, you've actually, being part of this discussion is probably really helpful because you can see what it's going to be about and then you can point out, you've been really helpful in being able to point out where we have gaps as well. So that's not to be underestimated.
The hard part of it
with,
is
the mesh. Would it be possible? I should wait until the Scarecrow's back, but I'll just say this again. Would it be possible to have, like, say you have a model of a 1 meter wide footpath? Would it be possible to add 2 points on that 1 meter wide footpath on, like, 30 centimeters in from either side, and you have 2 lines? So I can draw this. Hold on.
Okay, I back.
How do I draw?
You mean build in, like, have a piece,
like
have a chunk of road
navigation
attached.
paths.
Oh, yeah. I don't see why not.
Pre-baked into whatever
Bake it
footpath
into
or
the
road.
model.
You could still have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What did I miss?
Okay, Pancake come up with a really good idea. So
A
yeah, sorry.
1 meter wide footpath, and then I will. So
Just
1 meter
have
wide
it-
footpath.
Hang on, I think,
and what
can
you
I
have is.
draw it maybe?
Oh yeah.
So basically
would
what
be
Pancake's
much
talking about
better.
is exactly what we've already said, except in order to not have to code in, you must put this here or it won't work, like, skip all of that. When you build a house, this is the asset you place. So I'm just going to make big drawy lines around it. But you place a house, you also place 3 chunks of road. Or if it's a factory, 4 chunks of road. I don't know if that looks like the thing I was drawing, but you know, the asset that gets placed is chunks of road, and now you can either put buildings right next to each other so the road joins up. Oh no, that won't work because then if you want another one the other side, it will overlap.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, it won't
okay,
work.
forget.
Can you
Forget
draw a 1 by what I mean is with that grid system, if they spawn on the footpath, like, if they spawn on the footpath, that doesn't interrupt anything. It doesn't have to be any more complicated. But with the footpath, for example, if you draw a two lines of equal length next to each other,
Like this.
and then in slightly inwards next to both of those lines, draw 2 more parallel lines slightly inwards.
Like that, or a little less. Oops.
That should be fine. Even on both, then should be
Yeah,
fine.
yep.
So the outside lines represent it's 1 meter across, and that represents a footpath, for example. Now the inner lines represent pre-baked navigation paths, which that AI will follow, and it doesn't. It just, they won't go anywhere other than along that predetermined line. And you could have it so there's corner paths with, like, the same thing, but it goes 90 degrees, and it's just like pre-baked paths.
Yeah, I didn't think about corners yet, actually, but that makes a lot of sense. I just thought it would, when you place a road, it would detect if there's a road here, or a road here, it will automatically do, you know, one of these, or one of these, or one of whatever's. I think we should be able to bake that logic in, as in the roads change based on what you place. So if you...
So that's what I wanted to ask you,
So if you-
Scarecrow. Would that be possible?
I don't even know if I understand what you're saying.
I don't know.
hold on,
I
I'm
think
gonna
the inner
look
lines
at-
might be a moot. I think, Pancake, what you're talking about is determining where the citizens are walking, and you tell them to walk
Yeah.
just on the bit that's on the inner path. I think that can be determined regardless. I think that's a non-issue, if that makes sense. So, like, that's probably not a problem. The problem is telling them, I guess it's not a problem. It's like, the thing we're thinking about is, do we have them navigate from place to place, or do we simply have them spawn on the road and they just randomly, like, choose locations to visit based on the road they can walk on, and then they just mostly decorative, so to speak. So the road is like a contiguous thing, and they just randomly choose a spot to spawn and choose spots to walk to, kind of thing, so that they mill around, essentially. If that makes
Right.
sense. Yeah. Is that sort of pancake you were
say they-
talking about where they were on the road, but I don't think that's really an issue because they'll just be using the middle of the road, I think, and they can walk through each
Yeah,
other. I think that'd be fine.
'cause- or you could have it so on one side of that so on one of those inner lines you have traffic going one way, and on the other you have traffic going the other way. So
Yeah,
they just
That could
like,
work too. So
follow
you had
those invisible lines like a conduit. It was like a trolley bus, for example.
so we have
and
pancakes
the-
going this way,
People are like that.
and then pancakes going
pancakes
this
going
way, and everybody's very orderly.
And
And they only
follow
go on
those
one
big
side of the
inner
road like cars. So it's like cars, but they're pancakes just walking
Yeah.
back and forth.
Like,
Yeah, I guess that
a
would work too.
perfect ordered society, just like those in those utopia movies.
But if they come up to a crossroads, we'll just allow them to walk through each other. I guess, Scarecrow, the other question
Yeah,
is the road building system. Again, the roads... As it turns out, the hardest part of city planning is roads. Imagine
Who'da thought
if...
that.
Imagine if you were... Look, we could just delete roads and let them free roam everywhere if this is too much.
No, because I would still have to do the roads make it easier for me
roam.
than trying to, because again, then every single object that we place into the world would have to have empty game
No. So
objects.
you just say like they can go anywhere they want, and they just walk through things, and they just mill around, and they ghosts, pancake ghosts.
I wish logic was really like that, honestly.
Would it be
You just don't
possible
give them rigid bodies. It's
to
fine.
just-
It doesn't matter.
They spawn in front of a house, and the AI just paths to a random building, and then just
then they
like
pick
have
another-
them walk along that path.
Yeah, and they stand there
yeah,
for
they
10
just
seconds,
update
and then
it.
they go and visit another building. Like they just mill about. They're
Yeah,
the
I could do that. I could do that, guys.
Yeah.
If that's what you
I'm
want.
trying to make things as simple as possible because I don't want to make your job difficult,
I-
and I
I-
don't know. I haven't done this, so I don't know what.
Whether it's more or less
Okay.
work to have them travel on a specific line, depending on the way, you know, that they're coming from, and things like that. You know, it's that's a thing. Scarecrow, I guess the question is also, do you think you could make the road item change based on what it detects to the left, the right, and the one space ahead? So if we have a piece of road already built here and a piece of road built here, and somebody goes to place another piece of road here, if I could draw,
I'm gonna bring.
you
up
want
your
that to
stream online,
snap and
so-
turn itself
do
into
that.
a corner piece, essentially automatically, without having
No,
to...
I was gonna force them to have to buy the T spaces and the and the
okay,
corner
so
pieces.
if that's the case, then they have to build a curve and things.
yeah.
That means there will sometimes, like, if they deliberately choose to build roads that look like this, then you will have some pancakes just stuck on this piece of road and some pancakes stuck on this piece of road. And we can live with that. We can have pancakes on... Somebody can build a section of road that's all on its own and it has one lonely pancake walking back
You
and
can
forth.
trap pancakes if you want.
Yeah, I'm just saying
I mean,
that
to be
if
fair,
we
to
tell
if
the game,
pancake-
if we're telling
I-
the game, it can spawn pancakes on any piece that is a road section, so pancakes can only spawn on roads, which is what we're telling it, then that is fine. Like, we're okay with this being a gameplay style that people
why.
choose. We don't want to force them
mean,
into building correct
yes.
roads. Okay, that's fine. I
Yes.
just wanted to check.
Yeah.
So we'll need to create all those T sections and crossroads.
I mean, if you
and-
have a grid
curves and
building
stuff.
system, you can have it so something like the game we played before with that preview. You have corner pieces that you can rotate and whatnot, and they would have those paths pre-baked in, so you don't have to set up autonomous navigation because we all know how that works.
Yeah. So if pieces are joined,
So,
they will
like,
walk from
that's-
one piece to another. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds good to me.
My brain has my pancakes cells are fried.
No. Okay.
My pancake cells are
Okay. So I'm
thoroughly
gonna write this
fried.
down. I was drawing it, but I need to actually write it down. Where are we? Turn off my canvas display.
I
to the
can
document.
help with that.
Oh yeah, eat pancake. If you can write down. So basically, what we need to write is pancakes, pan citizens. What do we call citizen cakes?
Moving entities. We'll just moving entities will follow
Will follow.
3 determined paths built into roads.
That's a new song.
Yep. So the next line is roads are the only place
Roads
entities
will-
can moving entities can spawn.
where
Yeah.
moving entities can spawn.
And then the last
That's
point
not
is
helpful.
player must do own road design. I don't know how else to say they pick the pieces.
Hold on.
Like as in
Road placement is up to
to the
player
player.
discretion.
Yep. Player discretion. They can do what
That's
they
how you
like.
I don't know.
That's actually fairly straightforward. Oh,
Following grid system? Are we doing?
yeah. It's, everything's on the
sure.
grid.
What are we
Everything's
doing?
going to be on a grid system. Yeah.
Access is the.
There we go.
Is the last point going to be that roads are one? I'm going to just use, again, this is a ratio, not a specific size, but roads are 1 by 1.
Yeah.
And then everything else scales up from there. So the smallest piece is a road, a tree, or a statue. Well, I can maybe not even statue. I don't know. But, like, roads are 1 by 1. And everything else gets bigger from there. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, following entities are 1 by 1 grid
And then
space.
How do you do that?
So you
how do
do
you make this
enter,
whole
enter.
enter?
Yep, and then tab to make it a tab in. Yep, to make it a sub.
This is what my school needs to teach.
Oh
not
yeah,
the
yeah.
friggin'
It's the kind of stuff they don't tell you, and they really ought to. If you do it again, it turns into a square. Anyway, we don't need sub items. So roads, yeah.
What?
I'm gonna learn you a thing.
Forgot a
Stop.
key
I'm
step
gonna
in
learn you
that.
a new thing. No, Pancake, go back. Go undo. Go back to what you had. Go Control Z. I just want to show you something that's going to blow your mind. Also, okay, right. See how you're so far, and you're like, oh, I've got too many tabs. Hit Shift and then Tab. Do it again.
What?
Do it again.
What?
Do it again.
What? Wait. No. What?
I'm just blowing a little
Wait.
pancake mind here.
Hold on. I need to chat something. This is crucial.
Oh,
I'm
I've got
worried
some
about
duck
Pancake
skills,
at
don't
this
you
point.
worry.
Thing. Since when was that? Why 16 years I've lived and I've not known that you can do that. I am.
What did you tell me?
Using
Oh.
Tab and Shift Tab to create bullet points of a certain certain placing. So I'm okay. Watch this. Open square bracket. Open a closed square bracket. Space turns into a checkbox.
Wait, where's all the things gone?
Disappeared. Oh, I just typed the things.
Oh yeah, with moving the dot points. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. I had to try it myself.
Oh
and
wait, where
after
did they go?
that shortcut?
Oh, did we?
Uh-oh.
Sorry, hang on. Undo all of that. Where did I? Oh, there it is.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, sorry. I was
Oh,
like,
wait,
where's
hold on.
my
I
writing
need
gone?
to do an experiment as well. Oh,
I gave up what I was trying to do as well, and I just said, "Fuck it, just let's
do.
mirror it, make half the object."
Oh, wait. Oh, you can move. Oh,
You can actually move it. So if you
This
put the
is
typing and then you need to move your typing, it's like, actually, that's an indent now. You just hit Tab or Shift Tab to untab. If you're tabbing through a form, it does the same thing. Shift tab is the opposite of tab. So if you are filling out a form and you go type, tab, that tab will move through the form fields. Hopefully that isn't blowing your mind right now. But if you need to go back to a previous field, you can go shift tab to go back to a previous field, so you don't have to put your hand on the mouse and move your field back to where you were. It's very cool. Very
My
cool
brain
stuff.
is utterly blown. We have a code red. The pancake
Do you need
are
me
nice
to
and
keep
fried, and it's now.
So roads.
Can you
Trees.
teach me like all the
Small
things that the school
statues.
hasn't taught me how to, like all of these things are things that I never got learned.
See, and
The
this is the
pancake-
stuff that they should be teaching you. Like,
They make
Yeah.
you use these for so many things, and then they're like, "All right, you're done." It just toss you in the deep end, and pancakes don't really float. So I just sank. I am. My mind has been blown today.
Okay, those are a few things. We don't have to have too many
I
different
thought
size things,
I-
but we can come up with that later.
I thought one. Oh gosh, I thought either I disconnected, my headphones stopped working, or Discord set my sound out to something else. Oh, dear. Pure silence is the most terrifying thing for me because I don't know if something is broken or not. I have a habit of not plugging in like headphones. I have a habit of not turning on my headphones. I have a habit of setting things to the wrong things. So it's trying to play sound through a microphone. It's all great stuff.
This might be too big.
Life is what.
I don't know if we do 4x4, 3x4, 5x5. This is just some estimated. We can actually, if we quick them square, which I'm currently doing, or if we decide we want some rectangular size things, we can just manipulate our models however to be the size we need. But we should probably pick like a couple of different sizes and just have them be that size, so that just lock to the grid of that grid size. So we just need to know what
How
they
do
are.
you spell English? Where did Pancake's brain go?
I don't know. Where does your brain go, Pancake?
Everywhere. Insert Discord brain explosion emoji.
There you go.
That's it. Honestly, though, I am both shocked, astounded, surprised, amazed, angry, disappointed, and confused.
Why is there a black border around this? What have I done?
I don't think it's anything to do with you. I think it's how Bitsy's sharing virtual camera.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
As
just
long
how,
as it's not me.
how it shares is
Nah.
it's not full screen, so it's technically a little bit less than 19 by 20, and haven't been
Ah.
able to fix it.
Okay.
It's bothered me ever since.
I'm just gonna
Well,
put you
don't worry.
next to me so that you're not hiding words on the document. Hi.
Yeah.
Hang on. It's my hand.
I
Hey.
literally never need like none of this. This is not like there's no tutorial in Word saying how do this, or like there's no bit in school that says, "Hey, this thing which we make you use so much for like practically everything, you can do this with it, and it makes your thing look a bit
No, because they
better."
don't want to make your life. They don't want to make your life easy. Come on.
Oh, of course not.
It's hitting your ears.
I hate
Fix
it.
it up. I don't know.
I'm.
Doesn't work.
If I'm being honest, that's why I try to use shortcuts so much. Where I'll just have it's a lot more efficient once you learn them, and also it's like, oh, you can well just randomly. Why is my one of my plugins isn't in my Blender? Why?
Never in my life.
I need
I would be
Putting the
surprised by
tablet away
something
for a second.
as
Taking the lover.
the ability to move something left and right.
There we go.
That worked.
I'm very confused. I don't think I've ever sent you the plugin.
15 minutes has all just been my brain going,
Oh man, let me
And
see like
the
Doing
occasional.
that. Feed me, Seymour.
I've been eating biscuits without it.
what's it called?
the
Markdown.
couple
They're contributing to
Oh,
somehow.
it's called Markdown, not Markup.
Also, if you
They're-
didn't know, I took the brain cell. I stole the brain cell quietly, and that's why I came up with all this stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean,
This-
as long as someone came up with the ideas.
now Pancake, not everything works in everything, but anything that uses Markdown. So a single hash followed by a space and the heading. Oh, hang on, it's the other way around. Heading. Okay, it's already a heading. Hold on, I need to undo the thing I did. Heading. Hash space.
What?
That doesn't do it. Hold on. It literally just did it. I think I have to do hash space. Oh, it's making a liar out of me, and now it just literally did it. Okay, so Google Docs doesn't do it. Anything with proper markdown, though, a single hash is a big heading, 3 hashes is a medium heading, and 2 hashes, and then 3 hashes is a smaller heading. Bold text, so I don't know if this one will do it. Google Docs is not necessarily, so it's like bold. Okay, it's not gonna, it's literally not gonna, maybe you have to turn it on. Other live docs will do it though. Some of them overlap, like the making task list to see if oh yeah, if you put a dash and press the thing, it does the thing.
Hey there,
Hey, Sid, yeah, hello.
in my digital embrace.
Thank you.
We'll ride the
Thank you,
stream
follow.
side by side.
Welcome.
Doing very complicated
We're learning Markdown and coding language we're working in today.
Let's fly high together in
People are dying.
this game. Lights flashing, alert, with your name on display. Jump into chat, make your mark, don't hide.
It is absolutely.
Hit that,
Okay, I think we can stop talking about roads though.
now you're part of the show. Let's ride, streaming our way to the stars. We'll ride.
Inherent same. There is Opti.
Right.
Oh no!
But no.
Yay! Oh, you guys got to hear the song, hopefully. It's the follow song. If you follow, you get a song in a dance party. Hopefully the ad break didn't get right in the middle of it.
Oh, thank you for the follow.
Yes, go follow everybody else too.
Yeah. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you,
Right,
Dish.
okay.
I appreciate you.
Okie doke.
I said it before and then I forgot how to say it.
Yeah.
Civiatic. Yeah, I have no idea.
Welcome
Sorry.
to the
Yeah.
madhouse. It's too
It
late
feels
to
like I should-
leave.
feels
Not
like-
live. It's too late
Feels
to
like
live
I
and
should
leave.
put on an accent, but also that makes it sound like I should. It feels like I shouldn't at the same time.
It's like, is it okay to do an accent when trying to pronounce something of that country's word?
Yes,
Things?
because my brain always goes to like Japanese and style and like the kanji kind of alphabet you kind of need to put on the accent to say it. But like, for anything else for me, it feels like I have to, but it sounds wrong. I think I did pancakes as well. I need to add a material to it.
What is the pronunciation of the French crescent bread?
Croissant. Oh! Hey, Sergeant Seven! Not sure what the three of you are working on, but I'll have to do some
salute.
working for a couple of
Ah.
hours. We're all a
Nothing.
bunch of cuties over here.
Oh.
I got my big C
So
right
we're,
here.
we're doing a Tusk Game Jam thing,
Click
and
the
the,
soundboard button and I
yeah.
left it.
so we're all doing different things, and Pancake's doing pancake things, and
I
It's
tried
chaos.
to.
It's utter chaos over here,
open the
Sandman.
sound-
Honestly.
I tried to open the soundboard and I closed the call.
I should have on screen what I do that next stream. I'll put up on the screen the recap of what we're working on because everybody will be like, oh, so what are you guys working on? It's like, well, although we can't do that too.
Doing. I don't know what
We're doing a pre-jam. We're practicing working together. We're pre-jamming. We're pre-jamming.
Yeah, we're
No,
pre-jamming.
it's a term we just made up.
Is what? Did you say something, Pancake?
yeah, what
What did you say?
It's a stack of
I was gonna
pancakes.
say. Yeah, that's what I feel like it's slightly off, but I think I got the stack of pancakes.
It is. It looks very.
Let me see. Oh, that's so cool.
That-
Hang on, let me put it on stream.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh god. Anything.
Give me the pop up.
This is the first time I managed to catch you
Ta-da!
since your radio
Pancake! Pancake stack! It's a little pancake because it's just 3.
Hold on. Wait.
Hold on.
Hold on. Wait.
We are a madhouse.
Order. Wait.
I can't see the pancakes.
Wait.
Pancakes!
What am I looking at?
Pancakes! I put them on my stream too.
Hold on. I gotta bring them down to my stream now.
I need to, hold on.
Yay, we achieved something! It's good
Let's
some of us are
go.
working while
I
some of us
mean-
are yapping.
If I'm being honest,
I'm just getting a whole bunch of errors over here, so.
It's fair.
If I'm being honest, I kind of just gave up at some point and just made a mirror model
I mean,
rather
look, it
than a
works.
mirror
though.
the actual
Oh.
object. I mean,
Mirror modifiers are
Half
like
of it?
how you make things symmetrical, so that is not a cheat. That's how I do all
Yeah.
the things all the time.
It's not a cheat. I was trying to get the world mirror to activate on the and set the center of the mirror to the object, but it just wasn't working.
Okay. I know
I mean,
how
both
to do
both
this.
is pretty much the same amount of effort though, so it doesn't make much of a difference.
Yeah.
I have.
Wait, I should stop lighting. I should add a light.
mean-
I'm just streaming Saria's stream of Bitsy's stream, so it's
Yeah.
No, that's I mean that's the thing.
All I was doing was
That's like the go though. Like we're doing collaboration, we're just co-working, we're doing all the things. So it's fun. Okay.
it's just
So
we're doing a stack of streaming.
streaming stack. Yeah. Okay, so I think we've determined roughly what the sizes of things are. We know what the roads, trees, and things will do. We know what all the things kind of do. So we also, from this, we know kind of what UI things we're going to need, but I won't write out the UI just yet because I think what we'll need to do is now... Oh, and we need the citizen cakes. We need a name for the citizens
Almost
that are
my
not
brain's
just
about to hurt,
walking
yeah.
entities. Meerkat, you can help us name. So they're going to be pancake citizens, but we need a cute name for them because if you give a cute name to your people, people will love them. So we need a lovable name for our pancake citizens. Like Peeps, but like
Alright, then.
Peeps is already taken.
Citizens.
Any suggestions from any of the... We need... What is the name for the pancake
Try to play this
citizens?
lighting. I forgot the fun part of modeling is once you've made it, you get to stage it.
Oh yeah.
I haven't done that part in
Yeah,
a long
yeah.
time.
Pancakes.
We can just call them pancakes?
Don't worry, I'm making plate.
We
I
need
can
a
give him a
plate.
little plate as well.
Wait, can the
We
plates
need
have
a
little
plate.
wheels on the
Plate,
bottom of
plate.
them?
Yeah,
Oh,
plate is
no,
Yes.
like the skateboards are just elongated.
Yeah, the skateboards are plates. Yeah! Oh!
All the vehicles are just plates with wheels.
Yes!
I
They could be
mean,
like
I can-
long... And you can have different shaped
I've already-
pancakes, like long cakes and short cakes.
To be honest, I've already made the pancake. I can
Yeah, just
I can
squidge it.
add-
Just
make a
yeah,
plate
like
and add
make
some wheels to
so
it.
you can have OG pancake exactly as you've made it. So keep that one, and then we can have like the different models of citizens can be different shaped pancakes with different shaped vehicles.
See how this
Wow.
see how this might look first. Circle. That's fine.
Oh, that's right. Meerkat
True.
has a good point. We can also have pancakes with syrup, pancakes with butter, pancakes with both. So all the different. We can have chocolate chip pancakes because that could be the little like decorations. So if we make all these models, like Scarecrow, all you'd need to do is like say pick random models to spawn in. Like that
Yeah.
would all be
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
randomize, pick a
Pick
random
a
model and
random
spawn it.
number
So we make
between
all of these
1
different
and whatever.
citizens instead of having blue hair and turquoise eyes. Like instead of that being the
We
randomization,
have
it will be
blueberry pancakes, strawberry pancakes,
yeah, blueberry,
banana
strawberry
pancakes,
pancakes,
butter
syrup,
pancakes,
butter.
chocolate pancakes,
Yes, 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 yes,
pancake
yes, 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 yes.
pancakes.
So these can be
Pancakes
all
with
of the
many
different
pancakes or
flavors
toppings.
and textures and models and all the different variations.
Oh, what if
But we
you
should start
put
with 3.
pancakes
Rule of
with a
3.
bit
We'll
of
start with
butter and a
3.
bit of syrup
But
and then a scoop of vanilla ice cream?
Bitsy, I might have to designate you the pancake modeler because I'm gonna if there's that's a lot of pancakes to make, so I can focus on buildings, which is I like structured flat things. That's my that's where I
Being
excel.
honest, that's also my preference, but I don't mind doing this.
Well,
Look,
I mean, your pancakes
proved
look
that you
really
could
good.
do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like your pancakes. They're very good. We can swap out. We can swap. We can hand off if we get
We
bored
can
of each
definitely
thing.
we can definitely like take turns and stuff. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
like
yeah.
we
No,
have
that's
to.
all right. Nah, that's all good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We still need a name for our different pancakes. We know what they're gonna look like now, though, which is cool.
So we have this is a plate,
Pancakes.
close enough to a plate. Let's check the face
Yeah.
normals.
That work. I just had to rewrite an entire thing of code. Oh my gosh.
That works.
There's been a lot of like ambulances driving past my apartment lately. I don't know what's going on in this town.
Oh. That is.
Plus for button 1, button 2, but not button 3.
Oh, I have Sarah's stream open in Chrome because I use Sarah's streams to join a stream together, and I paused it, and now Sarah's just permanently sitting, staring at the screen, mouth open, with total summers, while Australians use different words to describe the same things open and cracked.
It's,
Oh
I
no.
closed the wrong.
Oh,
Okay, so
wow.
now we have a plate. Let's set up a
Plate.
light.
Pancake stack on a plate.
Oops.
I mean, I figured out how I remembered how to do stuff a lot quicker than I expected. It is kind of like riding a bike, but I didn't think it would be.
Anisms would be
Anisms.
obvious.
Okay, well,
Ah.
blame Meerkat. Blame Smipple for the theme because Smipple's the one that came up with the theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Smipple.
To be
Smipple
fair,
needs.
to be fair, Smipple came up with the theme by saying if Pancake's in charge of things, it will be Pancake everything. So Pancake contributed
Yes.
by
I know what
existing.
you're doing.
I contributed with my existence.
You did.
Yes. Yeah.
How do we
we've
like
made Meerkat hungry, by
Panizens?
the way. So well done.
Panizens.
Not picking up.
Pancake citizen.
I've said
so the
citizens,
cows-
but there's also like pan like I'm just gonna write some random
Panpole.
words. Pancake people, pancake
Global
what's another word for they're not humans.
Amir.
Panmans. Panmans.
Smipple's playing Sea of Thieves. I'm gonna open that up as well. Hold on.
Someone in chat called them
What?
Panesians.
Panizens.
Anisms.
Yeah, yeah,
Panesians,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, Dino, Panizens. I like that one so far.
Meerkat, I don't make that promise.
Holding out potentially for anything else, but I like that one
But I-
best so far.
I will
What-
never promise to eat pancake, so I can do it without him noticing or realizing.
How about Panmans or Panmens? Like Panman? It might be a bit
I
masculine
think
though.
something neutral.
Yeah.
Just like panisms.
Panizens is
like
good.
netizens, then you have citizens, and you have panisms.
Panizens. I like Panizens. It is my favorite so far.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can use the cake part because then we lose the pan part. It's like
cakeisms.
Cake dudes
I was
or
gonna say,
cake
cake
guys.
Well, then again, there's a this is my brain is fried.
I did do
Hangways.
that wrong.
Pangies.
Hang,
Oh,
hang.
pangies.
wanna-
Pangies.
Do we want wheels on the plate? Bit of wheels?
Pancakeys.
Wheels that go vroom vroom. No. How do what sound does a wheel make? Rumble rumble.
From that's not the
Rum,
engine. mate.
rum, rum.
That's the engine. That's not the wheels.
Wheel.
So-
I can give you
This is
pre-done
so weird.
office chair
If there were
wheels.
subtitles,
So this is still not
pancakes.
finding buttons 1, 2, and 3, but it is finding button 4. I don't understand why it's finding button 4
Pancakeans
and
also
not
a good
buttons 1,
thing.
2, and 3.
Wait, Betsy said it, donut.
I'm trying to make the wheel. Yeah.
Chair. Here we go.
Oh,
Can I offer you-
I need to
Vincent,
start
can-
with the Taurus.
Can I potentially, or you can do it with a circle too. Can I offer you a delicious office chair wheel? Perhaps.
I mean,
That
might
That
work.
would be funny.
That would be very fun.
That would be very funny.
I mean, I can do that for like a future. Now I just want concept to see what it looks like because I find it a lot easier to imagine in 3D space compared
yeah.
to some people can do it down in 2D, but I cannot envision it properly.
I honestly I tend not to like. I'll pull up like maybe an image of what I want it to look like,
No.
and
No.
then just go ham. Like I'll just do it straight in 3D. I won't usually sketch it first, which is probably not how I'm meant to do it. But
Yeah.
that's just I agree. I just I'll just do it.
You
It looks
don't
right.
need
Do it
to-
until it
you
looks
don't
right.
need to do it in 3D. 2D. Some people find it easier. I like I said, well, personally, I find it a lot harder to do to imagine because
Yeah.
then I need to
What
figure
does
it,
this one
think of how it
want
would
it?
look in 3D.
Mm-hmm.
all I can see is Betsy's Discord stream is just a donut, and it looks very good. It just needs a bit of ice on the top, a bit of sprinkles, and you have a perfect donut.
I think when I added the texture to it, I wouldn't want to eat that donut.
I know what I'm doing.
That looks like that
Need
looks
to
like a
add
charcoal
sprinkles.
donut or something.
Um,
It's a bit burnt.
Or the wheels are sprinkles and donuts.
Oh, Alex is giving Scarecrow an evil look. Everyone go to Scarecrow's channel. Let's look at Alex cam.
yeah, because I told
Alex-
him no to my desk, so he gave me an evil look.
Oh, how could you?
Alright, so we like Panizins? We're locking in Panizins?
Yes,
Yeah,
I like
Panizin.
Panizin.
Cool. So the
figured out
Panizins will
why
be,
that's
I've got
not-
5 distinct models to make. One with butter, one with maple syrup, one with blueberries, one with choc chip and choc syrup, or choc syrup, depending on what's easier to visualize and represent, and one other one with strawberries and cream. Do you want
Yeah,
a third one
yeah.
with syrup and butter, or would you like the syrup one to also have
think-
butter?
I think syrup and butter. Just
Yep.
like the one with syrup and butter, because that's kind of like
And that
the-
makes 3. That makes at least. Sorry, that
Handy.
makes 4, which is not too many to make. And then we can do We can do
Yeah.
variations. These will be our main 4, and we can make variations because these will be very distinct looking when you're looking at them from up above. And then we can make different versions
What a
if we've got
chocolate!
time.
What a chocolate! Wait, hold on. What orientation are they going to be?
What do you mean?
Maybe they decide that for themselves, Pancake.
Yes,
Like what?
Yeah,
What do you mean? What do
Liberty,
you mean,
freedom.
Pancake?
agreed.
Like
or they could just all be facing up, because then you can actually see.
what? What?
Hmm.
I don't.
And
They'll
then you need pancake umbrellas.
Hang on. I think I misunderstood the question. When you said what orientation they were going to be, you mean which way are they facing?
What did you think I said?
No, but like, were you gonna suggest that like the blueberries and the strawberries couldn't mix or something, or
No, like what way are they facing? Where's the top of the pancake? Are they facing forward? Are they facing up? Are they facing down? Wouldn't it
they're
be
flat?
like
They're
what
flat on the plate. They
gender they
have
are?
their vehicles, and they will also always be
Ah.
flat on just sort of flat on their plate vehicle. They will always be scooting around on. They will be on a plate, and they will be rolling around the roads.
Okay, it's a bit hard to see the wheels, but they're down there.
Oh, we can
I could
as
just make
long
them
as
bigger.
as long as wheels are implied, like that will be fine. If at certain angles, it's like, oh, I see wheels there occasionally. Like it doesn't matter if they're visible from all angles because it'll be like, oh, the plates have wheels on them. Yeah, and we can always
The
adjust it
wheels
later.
on the pancake go round and round. The wheels-
Round and... Oh, I didn't know where we were up to.
I mean, I could, right? I could just make the wheels comically large.
There's nothing on my stream. I just
Somebody-
realized. They may look.
who's going the menu log? What's happening? Avocado dancing, yeah. I need to get myself a dancing mode and make it. And even though I said I'd do that 6 months ago, I still haven't done it. Oh, that's a naughty avocado, the second one. I just realized. That's a bit naughty.
That's nah.
Yeah, it's a very naughty avocado.
That's a naughty
I like it though.
avocado.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay.
I like the dinosaur dancing one.
I think, do we have to make my brain? Do we have to make any more decisions? Oh, we need the road. Where's the road?
Right.
Where did the road go? Road is an asset, so I'm gonna bring this down here so we can see what we're doing.
Is it pancake? Oh, now it has wheels.
Oh, I put
there,
roads here. Yeah.
so I can make the wheels bigger.
The wheels
I
on
can
the
make those wheels
pancake
bigger.
go round and round. That's a new nursery rhyme. There you go.
If I just make them huge, right? For no good reason. What does it look like?
We'll just call this other structures, and then we can just throw anything else that isn't something else in there.
Like golden statue of pancakes for like $1 trillion. That's a
Small?
reasonable amount of money.
Medium.
It's just
Am I doing?
the ultimate
Large.
sign of a city's success
Yeah,
when
from
everyone loves
pancake.
Not.
Gold.
Why is this not getting
Emperor pancake statue.
the
A
thing?
small one will be
I think I like that better. I mean, I need to fix the wheels properly, but I think I like how when they're just really big.
What would it be a medium-sized statue? What would it be a statue of in a pancake world?
It'd be like a bronze statue of pancake, a silver statue of pancake, and a gold statue of pancake, or like different sizes.
Yeah, so the
Well,
small one, so it's small, medium, and
that's all the
large.
internet.
And the gold one will be gold emperor pancake with a crown. Crown is designated.
Yeah.
And the other two will be a regular bronze pancake statue, and then a pancake statue, silver pancake statue with a top hat, hot hat, top hat, pancake statue.
Oh yeah, this is good.
Yeah, perfect. So that's
not pancake statue.
yeah. Cool. Excellent. So those are the 3 tiers of statue. So let's see,
apparently
you're
that
obviously
fixed it.
off and away making pancakes of the buildings. Which would you like to take a crack at? And we can like divvy up a couple, and I'll just start on whatever else you don't pick, basically.
Me?
Yeah,
Did you mean me?
yeah, Bitsy. You.
I'm down for whatever building because I'd say since I'm doing the pancakes, you take first picks of the buildings. I don't really have any preference.
I can take a crack at the. It's probably something we should implement right away. So maybe I'll take a crack at level 1 skill.
Yeah.
We can use first
Alright.
initials, and that would be good.
And I'm dropping a lot of frames.
So I
for
did
some
the I did
reason,
I
don't
did
know
I did the thing, chat. I did the thing. I finally figured it out and I did the thing.
why. Done the
This
thing.
is taking me an hour and a half to figure out, by the way. And I don't know why it took me so long.
It's all good. We've been making progress. We've all been making progress one way or another.
I'm surprised I made this much progress. Look at him.
So
Look at his
essentially,
big monster truck wheels.
Oh, actually, I want to do that. I want to do the restaurant.
I have to add the sound effect.
Selling any building is okay. It's like, it's okay to sell buildings. It's okay. It's okay. It's like positive affirmations.
Boom. So now when you don't have enough money, your buttons go away, so you can't accidentally purchase something and go into the negative.
Buttons.
Why this took me an hour and a half to do when it's simple code, I have no clue. Unity being weird.
Ah, well.
Things happen.
But
That's
yes.
right. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to take out, I don't know, I may have picked the big, chunky, chewy ones, but house, school, and restaurant. Bitsy, do you want it, just so I don't, we don't end up doing this same thing. So I'm going to try level 1 house, although I presume that I'll have to do all 3 houses, because they will be a progression from one another at some point. So, I don't know.
Maybe.
Mm,
I mean,
I've missed out on chat. What have I missed in chat?
I don't know.
Thank you for the stretch, Tom.
You, if you're going to be on pancakes for a while, you can just choose later. But I just don't want to like start on like I can start on these ones and then whatever. Else, just pick later. Hey,
that works for me.
hydrate. Yeah. Well, you're in the document, so if I'm going to start on something, I'll just put my name on it.
Okay,
and
so I
you
gotta
do the
fix
same.
that. Oh, jeez. That was a loud one.
Thank you, pancake. I actually needed that hydrate. I was getting a bit dry. And a snack go.
I'll make a few mock-ups and I'll send. I was gonna say I'll send the FBX files in, but I don't think everyone's got Blender and stuff installed.
We'll just send it in
Yeah, I have
well,
Blender. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll drop the FBX files in documents somewhere. I like links to them. Oh, does someone have space on like Google Drive or Dropbox or something?
I do.
We could drop
Okay.
files into?
We'll do some of this off
'Cause
stream,
if we
but
set, if we set that up, then I can like drag ideas of, or even just show you, but I can drag them in and be like,
Look, pancake.
share
Wait, I
files
just
that way.
realized that's on my stream.
um,
Hydration snacker. Let me
Exactly.
get hydrate. I don't have
because I
water,
want to
where's my
make a
water?
few mock-ups for the pancakes tomorrow.
I have no
I want to.
water.
You're still tomorrow.
So-
Dylan,
Drink the bean
because
juice. Thank you, Teddy.
I need to decide whether I want big monster truck wheels or small wheels. Because big monster truck wheels are more noticeable and more.
I
comical,
like
but
the
I
idea
don't
of
know if
monster
I'd even
truck
be able
wheels.
to make them work.
I mean, that sounds cool. Whatever you think, whatever you think you can
Definitely
make work is
is.
fine. But more visible, the better,
I will
probably.
do
Yeah.
the stretch. The stretch.
Kinda, I liked these, but and then I need to
Oh,
experiment
oh,
with what the
oh,
textures
okay,
are. If I want
okay.
to make them donuts or something.
Donuts. Donut wheels.
Donut
Oh
wheels.
no,
Yeah.
it's like cubes. It's like butter, like round pieces of.
I
With
don't
that
know if
piece of
that's
butter.
totally
Actually, no, we can-
functional for wheels, though, pancake. Butter wheels.
And again,
Oh,
donuts
we can-
might not have
they
the
do make
necessary
circular butter.
load-bearing.
Just saying.
Then again, a donut may not have the
really?
structural integrity. I'm not saying. Do you feel like a UFO pancake plate? Oh, like every now and then in the sky, like a random event, just
There we
like
go.
a
I managed to
UFO
get
pancake
$0,
plate
guys.
zooms across the sky. Oh, you're poor now. Oh.
How do I make
Road
this look like
$0.
butter?
I don't mind that roads are $0, actually. They
No,
should
no,
make-
no. Roads are $10.
Oh, okay.
I said I got
$10 for
down
great
to
inflation.
$0. That was what I was
Ah.
trying to do. So I placed a whole bunch of
Ah,
roads first.
Getcha.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you
knew
used
it.
up all your
Oh,
money.
yes.
Well done.
Yes. Like a random UFO pancake, just an event that comes in and it like hovers over and
Like
it
a
just
random
goes,
event.
and then it just scoots away. So it's also on a plate, but the
Oh.
plate is a plate, and then it's got a dome on the
It's a
plate.
UFO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hovering plate with
No,
a
like a-
glass
like
dome
a
over the
chef.
top, but it looks exactly like a pancake on a plate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can also
Oh,
can
they
also
can
set up
abduct a
some mock
citizen.
animations as well.
He could just
I
be
was
random.
just about to say that same thing. I was about to be like, "Yeah, we can abduct the citizens. It's
Let's.
fine."
I'm gonna put that in the nice to have, Teddy. We haven't started typing the nice to haves.
UFP.
UFPs.
Unidentified flying pancake.
They are
Oh wait, no, wait. It's identified
Flying
because you identified it as a flying pancake, though.
pancake.
It's a unspecified flying
Wait.
pancake. No,
Unspecified.
It's a
Yeah.
unimolecular, independent structure, undetermined, pre-identified, post Malone. I don't know how Post Malone got in there. UFP.
Why is
I thought that stood for like Pancake Football Club or something.
Why is your forehead all wet?
Wait, what? Alex's head. What happened here?
Alex's forehead's wet. Because he was playing in the shower.
Oh.
That's why.
Ah.
He was playing in the water because, as I've said multiple times on stream, Alex is very weird and he refuses to drink out of a water bowl. He only will drink out of the bathtub running faucet.
Specifically, wait, hold on. Specifically, the running faucet.
Yes.
Faucet for instant text here.
Specifically out of the bed. Or not out of the bathroom. Not out of the bed.
I guess that's good.
Okay.
If you look on my stream right now, I'm giving a thumbs up.
I think I have to I think I need to go back to sleep.
I was gonna
Is
get off
this
here for
game
now.
going to be rated PA for pancake approved content, not like after the NP, not pancake
approved content. Yes.
approved content?
Yeah, last night was NP. It was an MPA stream, not a pancake approved stream.
Definitely not. But it was funny.
Well,
What
it
did
was
we
very
do that?
funny. It was not. It
Just
was
not-
not pancake approved. Or it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? I don't know what we're talking about.
My stream from last night, which is not available on my Twitch because I unpublished it.
I'm guessing so. I'm guessing very exciting. I have exactly 24,900 and.
Yeah, I'm about to end stream too. I'm starting to get hungry, and
I was gonna say, I think we've reached the natural. Oh, and I've got an ad break. I'll wait till my ad break is done, and then we'll talk about wrapping up stream. But I think we've gotten to a nice point where we've got the document done, and the next stream can be, because I did say, I think I did say that the big part of it is.
Crew, spreading love and positivity. That's what we
Why did you
do.
rate me?
One day I was streaming, feeling
Because
kinda
of the
blue.
last couple times
Then
I've
you
rated
came in,
Pancake
you lit
and
up the
Scarecrow,
room.
and I just forgot that I haven't rated you.
I was just
Well,
a
we were
small
just getting
streamer
ready.
with dreams
We
so
were gonna
big.
rate
other
Everything
things. Okay.
changed everything,
Well,
made my heart
okay,
break.
that's fine.
Now I'm
Oh, I didn't know
energized,
that.
feeling so
What? How did you
We're gonna go for another like 15 minutes. Oh, okay. Well, I definitely just said it. That was very
Oh, okay. That's
That's
okay. Sorry. Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine.
Smipple-
Well,
Smipple
we will just
streaming,
raid
so-
elsewhere. It's all good.
Smipple streaming, so I think we need to raid Smipple.
I can share the.
Welcome, Teddington, to the Saria stream.
Welcome to the stream.
Okay. The song's still going.
I need to figure out why exactly, because I was dropping frames constantly on there, and I don't know what it was.
I think you need a bigger box.
I don't know. I figured out I can't use that PNG tube thing that I use because that's what keeps crashing my stream.
What app is it
Try-
again?
you can
Just
keep up to
PNG
the
Tuber?
No. It's a. I'll give you the name of it afterwards.
And that's alright, because I've got another one you could
Yeah.
probably try from a
Okay.
fellow streamer person. Quellis, in
Okay.
fact.
Cool.
Just can't remember,
Nice.
think of the name at the right moment. Okay, so to wrap up, we have decided exactly what all the things do. If you are working on a thing, Scarecrow, you can just write your own to-do list at the bottom of this of what you're working on and what you
Yeah.
want to achieve. So write your own checklist at the bottom. That is fine. I will try and fill out some UI as I think of it, but if between Bitsy and I, Bitsy, if you just put a -B next to the things you are working on, I put that for the Panazins that you're working on those. But anything else you want to take a crack at, just put your initial next to it to say you're working on it. And if I change my mind, I will take my name off any of them. Cool.
I'll get a couple of drafts up for different pancakes. Try to see what I can do.
Yeah.
I might have to mess with the physics engines again for the syrup and freeze the results so it looks nicer.
Oh, see, that's way more fancy than I would have done. That's really cool. Well, that sounds good.
I mean, I've messed around with the cloth physics before. I never fully got it to work. There's definitely like liquid physics. I can get add-ons worst case, and we just need to run them like in an animation render them, and then figure out which frame I like, and then freeze that and take those models out.
And take the thing, yeah.
It makes it a lot easier to do, and it makes it look a lot more natural.
That's awesome. Cool. Alrighty. Well, Scarecrow, do you think we need to make any other decisions so that? But you've got enough to get on with, probably with.
I've got enough to do. Yeah.
Yeah, as in, like, we don't need a group think on any of the stuff for you to move forward with.
No, I know exactly where I'm going from this point. I'll put my stuff in later.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, who are we reading?
Yeah, I have the idea, so I
Smithville, I forgot.
was working on it while we were talking, so we're good.
Yeah. I have like 20-second brain, and I forgot what happened 20 seconds ago.
Wait.
Yeah, we're gonna read Smipple.
That's what
we're gonna do. We were ending stream.
Let me know. I'm clicking now, but let me know when you guys are ready. I've got 10 seconds.
I'll be ready. Yep, I'll be ready in seconds.
Oh. I am wait.
Another one.
What happened?
What?
Another ambulance just went by.
Uh-oh.
Alex, what did you do to my bookshelf, dude?
Are we ready to raid?
Oh.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Thanks everybody for joining.
Bye everybody. See you next time. Bye.
I just raided without saying bye.
You can still say bye and then end stream. Wait,